Hello and welcome to a beautiful Wednesday, July 16th evening in beautiful northern Alberta in the heart of oil country. Now, a lot of stuff happening in the sports world. Sports is beautiful, sports are lovely. They bring communities together, and that's exactly what they've done for us. Big news coming out of the NBA. Bradley Beal has agreed to a buyout with the Phoenix Suns, which was the news that I think was trending for the last week at least. Now he is expected to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers. We will kind of keep track on if that's when that actually happens, because I don't think that is actually official yet. But we'll see if the Clippers can get past the first round and stay healthy to get past the first round, or even compete in the Western Conference, which we know requires a lot of perimeter defense. And this Clippers team, if they've taught us anything, that is something that they severely lack. Now, getting rid of Norman Powell, adding a Bradley Beal for a measly $11 million for 2 years, sounds like a pretty good trade-off to have. Now, is Bradley Beal going to be a starter or not? That, I think, remains to be seen. He wasn't a starter in Phoenix. Now, what does this mean for the Phoenix Suns? We will get into all of that. Also, because there's not that many sports happening, so we do have to fill the time, because it was our bright idea to start this show during off season of a lot of the sports that we actually like to follow. There is some cricket happening, so we will also touch base a little bit on that. Let's meet the team. The Gamblers table is here at PBets and at Nelly G. And of course, the one and only Coach Easy is also here.
What's
Coach.
going on? What's going on?
Now, Coach, first, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Bradley Beal stuff before we get into our shebang here.
You know, it's pretty interesting, right? You get Norman Powell. What was he averaging last year? 23 points,
Something like that.
something like that. And then, like, he was a good player, but you bring in John Collins, hoping that you can get some more perimeter D. And then I think the Bradley Beal coming in, last year is averaging 17 points, 3 assists, or 3 rebounds, 4 assists on 49. Right? You bring him off the bench. It's not
pretty good punch.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And also, 11 million over 2 years. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Phoenix paid him $97 million not to play for him.
Well, it does mean that Coach likes it. Now, Coach, left or right?
Let's go right today.
Right. If a team loses on purpose for a better draft pick, is that strategy or sabotage?
Sabotage.
That's sabotage?
Yeah. Because, first of all, as we've seen, the worst team doesn't get the best pick always. Right? I feel like, the draft in itself, it's make or miss. Like, we don't really know how good these players are. Or we don't know what drives them anyways.
Well, I think the lottery was instituted to get rid of the sabotage portion of it. So that's why I think I was really confused with the outrage on on social media in general, because of the whole Dallas Mavericks getting the #1 pick with a 1.8% chance. Obviously, people are saying it's rigged and things like that. LeBron even kind of mentioned that. Potentially rigged. Now, we can't confirm or deny that if it is or isn't. Now, the lottery does eliminate the sabotage to get the #1 pick. I mean, the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, man, they're
right?
terrible all year long.
Yeah, like there's so many different teams. Like the Washington Wizards have been screwed year in and year out. They're also a team that historically doesn't draft that well anyways, but they did get the second overall last year. They end up with Alex Sarr, who, could potentially build something there. But it does kind of eliminate the sabotage portion of it. Now, from the Raptors' perspective, right, obviously the Raptors fans, I think, and, just people around that organization were not actually that thrilled that they were winning games kind of at the end of the year. Kind of hampered their ability to end up with the higher pick. They end up with the 9th overall pick. They obviously, as fans, I think we all thought that Kaman Malawach, if he's going to be there at number 9, you're going to take him. He doesn't get selected at 9. He instead goes number 10 to Phoenix. The next day, Masai gets fired. Now, was that the reason Masai Ujiri's out the door? Because historically, Masai is somebody that likes the athletic African builds. Let's just,
Yeah.
somebody he can kind of develop and mold into, play in the 905 maybe a little bit, win an MVP, go on and to be a future multi-time All-Star. Now, that doesn't happen. Obviously, Masai's out the door. Now, from the Raptors' perspective, I know that they didn't lose a lot of the games that they probably should have, maybe as fans that we wanted them to, because that, I think, would have been viewed as strategy for us. How did you feel about how that kind of transpired? Did you see it also as that?
Exactly the same way. Honestly, exactly the same way. Malawak would have been a perfect fit, long-term center. We don't have a center other than Jakob Pertl, and he's, in his late 20s now, so...
Who also just signed an extension, though.
Jakob Pertl, I believe
Yeah.
it was a 4-year, 100 million, 100
Yeah, he
something.
got paid.
He got a
got
lot of
paid.
money.
He
Yeah.
got paid.
We have a lot of money tied up into 4 or 5 guys.
But they're building. They have a strong rookie core.
I mean, we're 3-0 in the summer league. Went on a 19-0 run
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jacoby
because
That
Walter.
doesn't really,
right?
that doesn't
Yeah,
really
summer league.
translate.
Because Summer League is where we're all watching right
I feel like the
now.
guys Masai drafted over the years, Jacoby Walter, Grady Dick, all of these guys have been stepping up, and they're looking like young,
Yeah.
promising players.
And I think, like, if Masai ever wanted to get back into front office and things, he would probably be the first choice of 29 other teams if they were to move on from whoever they have. Simply because, touching on your point there, like, he is not only drafted well, but I think he's put in a position of developing players fairly well. Obviously, he has built kind of a staff that does that as well. So that has also helped him. But now with the Raptors, obviously, we'll kind of see where they go. But I want to touch on the Phoenix side of things with this whole Bradley Beal situation, right? Now, they give him, a lot of, obviously, they trade for him from Washington. Washington gave him a bit long-term deal. Now, that wasn't that long ago. I remember a time in the very, very near past where Bradley Beal was widely considered as maybe the 2 or the 3 best 2-guard in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And now he goes from a position where, goes to Phoenix, doesn't work out there. Obviously, he was making a lot of money. I don't think he actually got the opportunity to be Bradley Beal there. I think when they made that trade, widely regarded from the NBA fans' perspective, and look, we love the NBA, but the NBA lives on Twitter.
Yes.
Like the NBA lives on Twitter, so we are very much those people that are kind of in the comment sections. Now the Bradley Beal thing, when that did happen, I vaguely remember that was something that not many people thought that was going to work anyways.
No.
Not a lot of people thought
Except
that
for
was...
KD and Book.
Yeah.
They said,
Yeah.
you got a guard.
Yeah. But not a lot of people really thought that was going to be something that, fits, because they were missing the most valuable piece of their team, which would have been a point guard.
Mhm.
Like, you need to have that, and maybe Devin Booker could have been that because he had done it after Chris Paul left, but just didn't pan out, I think, the same way. But, he was making $53 million a year, doesn't get the same kind of thing in Phoenix that I think he would have hoped for. They move on from him, paying him essentially all the money in the world. I mean, almost $100 million to not play for them, which is...
Yeah, absurd.
it's good to be a player. It's also very good to be an owner, to just be like, okay,
Get away from me.
right, boom,
Who's
I'm
the
going to
owner?
slide
Is
this.
it Ishbia? Phoenix
Matt
one?
Ishbia,
Yeah.
So, who obviously bought the team for $4.2 billion a few years ago. Also part of the Mercury in the W. Also built them an incredible facility out in Phoenix, and has kind of made it a destination that people want to play for. Which, if you remember, the lean years of Devin Booker's early years in Phoenix, that was not a place to be.
Yeah.
But it has kind of become that. Now, obviously, with the trade of Kevin Durant, they get Jalen Green, so we did know that the Bradley Beal thing was coming,
Yeah.
right? Because it kind of had to move on from Bradley Beal if you were going to make that Jalen Green, Devin Booker tandem work. Who's going to play point guard for them? We have no idea. I think it's probably going to be Devin Booker with the ball a lot, but we'll kind of see how that goes. But how do you see it fit from the Phoenix perspective, and where do they kind of go from here? Because now you've given Devin Booker a lot of money to compete for what exactly? Are you competing for a play-in? Are you competing for a lottery? Are you competing for the playoffs and a championship? Who knows?
Yeah, I think, their team looks solid. Like you said, they picked up Malawak. They got Dylan Brooks in return. They got, 2 second-round picks,
Mhm.
which doesn't really matter in the NBA, if we're being honest.
They might get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get Jalen Green, who kind of stepped it up defensively under Ime Udoka, so who knows if he keeps that up. So they're not looking too bad. And they picked up Mark Williams from Charlotte as well.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not going to be a full-on playoff contender, but I think they will make the play-in maybe in this West as a 10th seed, and they will be able to compete. I think now it's going to be like, all right, let's develop this Malawak, let's develop Jalen Green, and let's see if we can fit pieces around and a couple free agents, and let's develop our bench, because that's what killed them, really, in the end. Their bench was terrible. They're playing like Royce O'Neal, like playing guys that you've never, like I've heard of Royce O'Neal, but like they're playing other guys that you've never heard of. And I think that's the route that they're going anyways, trying to build up their roster so they can actually compete. Because in this NBA, I think you look at Indiana, you look at OKC, it's, do we have the pieces? It's not even about stars anymore. It's like we just need one star, and can we get the pieces around him to compete?
Yeah, which I think starts at now what we've seen in this past kind of playoff run. It did start on the defensive end. Like perimeter defense did become a premium in the NBA playoffs, certainly. Also because now, obviously, officials are a conversation in every sport. The NBA has some very particular ones that shall not be named.
The extender himself, Scott Foster.
Well, I did say we were not going to name them.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, we know who they are. Okay? And if I may, I mean, they're not that good at their jobs, just from the outside perspective. Okay, that's only from what we've seen. And we've watched the NBA a long time, and I feel like they have been officials in the NBA for a long time. Now, when the playoffs started, obviously the physicality gets picked up, and we completely understand that. But what the officials kind of did this playoffs, I thought, was fairly unique, just simply because, I mean, again, NBA Twitter was very loud on who they were helping, who they weren't. We won't add to that conversation, but we were definitely aware that it was happening. But it will be kind of interesting to see how they go about this, just because, you know, you gave Devin Booker this much money for him to stay there for another 5-6 years. And is he going to be happy in a place where you aren't actually competing? Or is this a way where you keep Devin Booker and maybe your core pieces of Kamal Wallawatch and stuff, you build something, and then you go out and get a star? Like, this is star hunting after. Obviously, the development of Jalen Green, I think, is going to play a huge part. Who is coaching the Suns?
I was just about to ask
Frank
you.
Vogel? Is it still Frank
No,
Vogel?
it was Boonhoser this season. I think he got let go.
He got let go.
And then
It's Jordan Ott.
Jordan Ott, yes.
Yeah.
That was the person that Devin Booker interviewed, which I'm not sure when this part of the NBA started becoming a thing, where we allow our star players to also be involved in the hiring and interview process of our coaches, but we are here.
He's a good player developer, and he was on the number 1 seeded Cavaliers this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna go down that route, fair. So maybe they did hire him to build this team, but was that again like that? Then it begs the question why D Book would want to be kind of part of that long term, or maybe it was, dude, we're gonna give you $75 million a year. Like, are you gonna pass that up? No, I mean, I don't know if anybody would pass that up. So.
It's only 2 years as well, right?
Yeah,
like, it's
and
not,
he's only 28.
Yeah,
2 years up, he's 30. He can go.
Still in his
he
prime,
wants.
can go get a ring if he wants, or stay there if they build something within those 2 years.
Now, I think it's kind of interesting. They couldn't really trade Bradley Beal. Obviously, that market and the money was probably high. He also was one of the very, very few individuals that had a no-trade clause. Yeah, him and one other person had a no-trade clause.
How he got that no-trade clause.
Yes, but again, if you remember, in the very near past, he was a very elite player.
That John Wall, Bradley Beal team? Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, very elite player. And even after that, I mean, Bradley Beal was a 27-a-night guy.
Yeah. Didn't he get the scoring trap? He averaged like 32.5 points in that one season.
Yeah, he clearly has the ability to go out and put the ball in the hoop, and essentially that's all you're kind of getting
Asking.
paid to do, right?
Yeah.
50 some million dollars that he signed for in Washington, like that's what your primary role was, to just go out there and get us buckets, give us a chance to win. They did not, but that's another story. Now, moving on to something a little bit less fun. Caitlin Clark. It's very unfortunate what happened. Obviously, we saw her get a little bit banged up last night. Now, what does this mean for the three-point shooting contest? I fear that she will probably miss that. Now, I went through, I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago. I went to the gym, local, and this individual was working, so he had the racks. And he was doing his shooting competition, right? So I can't remember if it was 5 or 6 balls on each rack. But anyways, he was doing the shooting competition. I was like, hey, can I get a turn? Right. So I started on the right-hand corner, and after the first 2 racks, I was like, there's absolutely no way.
I've done.
There's
the
absolutely
it's a
no way
track
I
app.
am doing this. Like, I don't think people understand how incredibly difficult that actually is. Like, and by no means am I like an athlete, but man, it hurts. I feel like your hands get really, really sore after you're just constant, 10 shots in, and you're like, okay, this is starting to feel a little bit heavy now. So, I fear that Caitlin, I know that she got injured lower body, but I fear that she is probably going to miss that, which kind of sucks for the W. Definitely wanted to see her, Sabrina, and everybody else that was kind of taking part in the three-point contest. Maybe Steph Curry shows up and sees, was it last year or the year before
2
that
years
her
ago,
and
when
Sabrina, right? And they had a pretty
It was
tight
close.
battle,
It was
right?
close.
Yeah.
She almost
Now,
won.
did they use like the women's ball for her? And
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because
before you said
that would definitely make sense. But
Yeah.
unfortunate news from that. Now we'll see what the Fever are going forward without her. Obviously, they still have some pretty good pieces. They have played without Caitlin for some of the year already, so maybe they have figured out how to do that. But this sucks. It sucks for the W, and fortunately, P-Bets will not be tuning into the WNBA, which is unfortunate.
No,
Still
sorry.
betting though.
But
Just
he
won't
will.
watch. We'll still
Yeah.
bet.
We'll throw a little live wager in.
Yeah, is there any gambling things happening in the sports world today?
Today, nothing. We're in the dog days of sports. There's some baseball.
So no Indonesian.
No Indonesian or
Yeah.
betting, man.
Yeah.
The Fever are actually playing right now. They're down 28.
Well, that does tend to happen without your best player.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does tend to happen. Very unfortunate, but she'll be back. She'll be back. We're hoping for Caitlin to come back and be the star that she is. Now, moving on to something a little bit more fun. The ESPYs are happening, which I've never watched the ESPYs, never been a fan of the ESPYs. I've never really cared about any award that supposedly fans and people that have,
Sports writers as well.
yeah, again, I don't respect any of their opinions anyways to care what they think about certain individuals. But there are some cool awards, and I want to go through and see who we as a panel think should win the award, and then go through and maybe see who might win the award.
All right. Best athlete, men's sports. We got Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Saquon Barkley, Philadelphia, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma, Shohei Ohtani from.
Nah.
Did I butcher that?
You butchered it. a
Shohei
little bit.
Ohtani?
Shohei.
Shohei. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was close, but it was.
Shohei
Yeah.
from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Who do we think out of those four is the best male athlete?
I think Shohei might
Yeah,
be.
I
So-
think-
It's pick.
There are 2 football guys, 1 basketball guy, 1 baseball guy.
Yes.
Surprised there's 2 football guys on there, and it's not maybe, I don't know, a defensive back in there, but you know what I mean? Like, I would assume a defensive back gets into I don't
Best
know,
athlete?
best athlete.
Yeah,
you
best
know? Maybe a
athlete, yeah.
lineman. you know,
You think they're?
athletes.
Yeah,
Like
they're
that's
I
a
mean,
tough position.
athletes, yes, but it's also about the name.
Fair,
you
fair,
know?
fair. No, Josh definitely, I would definitely put in there for the incredible season that he had. Also, the Bills had. Obviously, Saquon Barkley did what Saquon Barkley does.
That reverse
on
hurdle.
every given Sunday.
Remember that reverse
yeah, and the hurdle that also made the
cover?
Madden cover,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, also is the Madden cover, which just became
Absurd.
such an iconic
Yeah.
But
thing.
you know what happens when you become the Madden cover?
What?
What
What's the
happened?
curse?
The Madden curse. Look what happened to McCaffrey.
Yeah, that killed my fantasy team.
Yeah, hopefully
Hopefully it
something.
does.
that doesn't happen to Saquon and he becomes even better. You
Yeah.
know, and
You remember
chases
Peyton
that
Hillis?
2,000 yards.
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah,
this-
fuck.
This Philadelphia team is made to kind of continue on that trajectory. Obviously, their offensive line is very good. They've also brought back a lot of their core groups, so hopefully that curse doesn't come to fruition for Saquon Barkley. But Shea, for the incredible season that he had, and Shohei, I mean, my pick would definitely be Shohei Ohtani. I think,
Why do you think Shohei takes?
yes, Shohei, I mean, right now he's definitely the best athlete in the world. What he's able to do on, both, like,
Versatile.
he's just and he can do everything. I mean,
Nobody's
not
done it.
only like I think he gets revered for his hitting ability, which nobody else has been even close to replicate. Okay, base running, elite.
50. He had 50.
Yeah, like
50 for
elite
50.
base runner. And then like, hey, you just came off a Tommy John surgery, and your best friend stole all this money from you. But can you go out there and like just throw some pitches to major leaguers? Oh, sure, I'll go do that and just strike out everybody like that. I mean, and then his like repertoire with pitches is unbelievably good as well. And then he's won. I
Yeah,
think
won
that's
it-
another thing.
won
Is
it.
like winning is also very important. And then, like you said, it's names, right? And Shohei Ohtani is not only the face of Major League Baseball, but in America, but probably the world,
Yeah,
right? So everything that he means to Japan as well. So that would be my pick. I think a close second would definitely be Saquon Barkley, though, just because I mean, if he would have gone 2,000 yards, I think it would have been him.
So why do we
No.
think Saquon is second here, beats Josh, but he doesn't win the MVP? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, this is the conversation we had the other day with Connor Hellebuck winning the MVP
Yeah.
It's
and
not
the Vesna,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a quarterback reward.
right? But
He won offensive player.
player?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won that.
I also do think in the NFL, though, the MVP should only be the quarterback.
Yeah, it's the hardest job.
It's the hardest job. It's just, you are, I think the way that it's been described in various different places is that you are the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, right? Like, every time you throw the football, something is impacted. Every time, you touch the ball more than anybody else. Pause. But, yeah. So I just think that because of that, it should be there. I mean, we've seen it all over. If the quarterback doesn't play well, the running back can still have 200 yards and you lose the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's an unfortunate thing, but, like, it does happen, right? If a quarterback throws 2 interceptions and the game's over. So I still think, like, because of that and the impact on not just winning, but just, like, being part of a team sport, the quarterback should always win the MVP.
Yeah, I've been watching that new series, or not the new series, second season
Yeah.
of Quarterback.
Yeah.
And you see like the amount of studying those guys have to do is insane. They're studying all the time.
All the time.
And it's just like new offenses and new motion, and it's so crazy the attention to detail. Like Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins, he was talking about one play that he made, and it was like a motion play, and he's like, I motioned him like 0.5 seconds too late, and then that resolved in a fumble. And he's like, we lost the game because of that 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just like all the things they have to go through
Yeah.
in a span of like 10 seconds, and they have
Yeah.
to clock all of it, looking at the defense. All right, defense is moving here. Okay, they're not. Like, it's insane.
All while somebody is chirping random words in your ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to relay that
It's
to a
like-
bunch of guys that
Only have to listen to one part.
Only
you
have
have
to
to
listen to one
understand
part.
every part.
Yeah,
you
you-
squat 5, 6, 8.
Imagine on an interception how much shit goes wrong. Like, you know how precise a quarterback is? Like, they're just getting tricked on an
Yeah.
interception
Yeah,
so
but
badly.
that's the thing is like the margin of error is
Yeah,
so
it's- that's
slim.
what I'm
So
tr-
for
yeah.
example, if a receiver right makes one wrong break, like let's say half a yard, he
Mhm.
makes the break in a little too
Mhm.
early, right? Half a yard, which is what like this, right?
Jalen Ramsey's over
That's
the
it.
top.
Yeah,
See you
yeah,
later.
that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a break, right? So, and then the other thing is that like you know defensive backs and just defenses have gone way like fairly clever, so they're also anticipating different things, right? And that's what it means when like, dude, everybody in the NFL knows everybody, right? So in quarterback, I can't remember if it was Kirk Cousins, but he mentions like recalling like binders from his days in Washington and you know Minnesota, early days in Minnesota, just to see how a Todd Bowles defense reacts and how defensive coordinators play certain players and things like that. Like that is, I mean, it's a lot going in your head all the
Yeah.
time to kind of execute on game day. But that's what makes them. I mean, all the money, all the fame, and all the. That's why I think you know win or lose, it is a quarterback driven league, and there is a reason why they do get a lot of the criticism. I mean, just ask Dak Prescott. Like, I think a lot of people might say the criticism is unfair with everything that's happened around him, but you're a $60 million a year quarterback. And unfortunately, the hopes of your fans do live and die with you playing well or not playing well, right? So that is kind of the roundabout way of saying quarterback position is very important.
Yeah. All right.
Next award?
Next award, we got. We'll skip a couple. We'll go best record-breaking performance. We got Gino Auriemma, UConn Huskies.
We know who that is for
I'm
sure,
pretty
yeah.
sure that's the coach.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we know who that is for
I
sure.
think And then there's Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Olympic basketball. I think he became top scorer of
Yeah.
USA basketball. And I think this one's pretty much in the bag.
Yeah, I think
Alexander Ovechkin, Washington Capitals,
Yeah.
breaking the record.
Easily.
Yeah,
That's
easily.
Yeah.
consensus.
The tracker leading up to that was
Insane.
so insane,
Yes.
like the anticipation and everything. And the funny thing is that they were losing games for a lot of those. And the Capitals, I don't know if this was regarded going into the year, they were a pretty good team,
Oh yeah.
right? They were a pretty good team this year.
That's
So-
what when you told me that, you're like, yeah, he's gonna break the record, and they're actually a
Yeah.
playoff team. And I'm like, what? Like they got this 50-year-old playing on a team,
Yeah.
and like he's about to break the
Have
record.
you seen his off season? Like,
Shape?
I mean, the dude is walking
Awesome.
around with the dude is walking around built like an offensive lineman. I mean, if you put him beside Jason Kelsey, you would not know who plays what position because, yeah, I mean, I can't remember when it was, but he said that when he sits, his bottle has Diet Coke in it
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of water.
Yeah. Gretzky said
What a
that.
goat.
Incredible! What a
Right.
go! What
Yeah.
a go! I definitely think he has that in the bag. Were you were closely following? I assume the.
Oh, I won money off him scoring, so Ovechkin, yeah,
Oh.
good.
Why were the Capitals?
Saquon won best play of the year, backwards hurdle.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
best player of the year
Yeah.
for sure. Best player of the
Shout
year.
it out.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
agree.
even there to accept it. He's just chilling.
You were following the. Why were the Capitals actually randomly good this year, though?
Honestly, they've drafted well.
Yeah, they've
have
been,
a bunch
like,
of
mediocre
randoms.
for a while.
Yeah, they have a bunch of randoms that not too many people will know.
Weren't they
but
the president's team 2 years ago? I
I
think.
can't recall.
Yeah, maybe.
But for like the first half of the season, they were like a top 3 team in the
Yeah,
league.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
consistently. And obviously beating a Gretzky record, like, come
Yeah,
on.
it's
Like, that's
insane.
insane, right?
With
Plus-
Gretzky there too. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And
Yeah.
he would have got it done beforehand. He went through 2 lockouts, Had a big injury this year too, missed 2 months,
Yeah.
and he still came back and broke it.
Isn't
Like,
there? What's the crazy stat where you can take all the Gretzky's goals away and you'll still
be
leading
first in
in
points
points?
of all
Yeah,
time.
that's yeah.
So yeah.
He is, I think, Gretzky, the great one, is the only person I think in most sports where it's not contested who the
No.
best in
Yeah,
that
ever.
like kind of
Not
sport
even
is.
close.
It's
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
I think football's almost there with the Brady thing. I will say, I think if Pat wins another 2, he he will be there.
Yeah.
I just think because of what he's gone through in a much shorter span of time, it will be very hard to kind of top that. Now, will he win 7? Probably not, but who knows?
Hopefully
who
he
knows?
does.
Seems
But
like
hopefully
he's got
he does.
everybody on the leash right now.
Yeah.
He's making it to the final. Like, all you
Yeah.
gotta do is make it there, and who
Yeah,
knows, right?
The AFC Championship is the Chiefs Invitational. I mean, like, you can take everybody.
Who wants to play us?
Yeah, who wants to play us? I mean, is it going to be Baltimore? Is it going to be Cincinnati? Is it going to be Buffalo every year?
You see
I'll
that
get it.
last year in quarterback, how Pat's like, yeah, I already booked my B&B like 3 months
Yeah.
ago. He's like, got it way cheaper.
Could you imagine being that good at
Yeah,
that,
like-
that sport too? Like, and then the funny thing about this past year too was that he didn't have a left tackle. I mean, which is arguably, behind the quarterback, probably the most important position in football is to find a left tackle. And he just went the entire year without one and actually moved his guard out to play left tackle, who did a fairly good job actually when he was out there. Obviously, when they ran into a team with the line of Philadelphia, it's going to be tough to beat, and compete with that. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, he was running for his life because there's just nothing you could do with the level of pressure. Speaking of left tackle, one thing that we didn't get to touch on, Tristan Wirfs is going to miss at least the first 4 games of the start of the year now. If you're not familiar with Tristan Wirfs, he started last year as right tackle, and randomly through the year they moved him to left tackle. Now that's like playing pitcher and shortstop. And I know you might think that that's an exaggeration, but it's really not. I mean, it's 2 very different positions. The movement of your body is very, very different. He made All-Pro in both positions. I don't know how many people walking this earth could ever do something like that. Now, he misses the first 4 games. I feel like that's a pretty big deal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into a year where you're hoping for you to win that division, because that division's kind of interbuilt, right? We don't know what Atlanta's going to be like. So that one, I think, and then, he comes back after 4 games. It's still going to take you another 3-4 games to kind of get reacclimated into that offense. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that, I mean, but they still got Mike Evans, and I think that they definitely had the best wide receiver picked in the draft in Mbike, Ohio State wide receiver. So, which I think going in, we thought was going to be the second wide receiver taken off the board. I still think he might have been, but obviously Tetairoa McMillan goes top 10. That definitely made sense for the Panthers, but we'll kind of see where that lines up. I just thought it was a big deal with left tackle going down because speaking of, I can't remember if it was in quarterback the first season, somebody mentioned, one of the quarterbacks mentioned that, you can't walk, you can't just go for a stroll and find a left tackle. It's it's a very tough position to actually scout for and find. So like having a good one is like very, so like Trent Williams, I mean, at 40 years old, still
elite.
yeah, I mean, Brock Purdy's blind side is completely covered because you
Every
have
time.
that monster of an individual. And I got to see San Francisco and Trent Williams play in person, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that is a very large human. It's a very,
What
very
is it?
large.
How big is he?
I think he's
He's
like
like
6'8" or
He had
6'7".
250.
Yeah, and no, I think he's bigger than that. I think he's 300.
Oh my
Yeah, he's just a
God.
gigantic human, but then so light on his feet. Just little.
Yeah, that's how they're athletes.
Yeah,
300
just
pound man going
nimble,
like this.
just nimble on your feet like that.
That's
And then
crazy.
the swag, the walkout, the playing in Jordans as an offensive lineman, like who's doing all that, right? Let's move on to the next award.
Best championship performance. We got Simone Biles, 2024 Olympics. Stephen Curry,
Olympics,
Olympics.
which was incredible.
Yeah.
Steph was incredible.
Freddie Freeman,
Oh,
World
that was
Series.
That one was also
That
incredible.
was incredible.
And then Rory McIlroy,
Masters.
Masters,
Yeah,
completing Grand Slam.
Wow, that was actually might be the hardest one so far.
No, Macro is definitely not winning that.
But Rory's
Did you watch that Sunday? He almost blew it off.
But that's the point, is that Rory is somebody that usually would be the person that doesn't get it because he blew
he's
it.
lost 14
Yeah.
times, and that's how
But
he's
like
lost every
the
time.
way that he wins, and Rory gets his masterpiece, like that, I felt like that's actually a really tough one. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with the Simone Biles one, so if that were to win, that would be very interesting. But not really familiar with that. Freddie Freeman one was incredible.
That was incredible too. And
What
he's
was the
half
other one?
Canadian.
Steph Curry Olympics.
Steph Curry one was incredible because of how the French team had.
They were winning.
Yeah.
He came late too, no?
And then
he had a
Olympics?
horrible first half.
He
and
came
then the
late.
shot making ability, like shooting over Vic, shooting over
and
Batum,
how like four people, like KD, LeBron, who else was on that? They all just gave him the ball and got out of the way.
Yeah.
They were like,
KD,
"Go through you, man."
He's
Like
not
that's
wrong.
hard. There's four guys.
Four
that can
Hall of
take-
Famers,
Yeah,
yeah.
That
exactly.
dagger shot he made, he looked over at wide open LeBron,
LeBron, and
wide
he just-
open KD,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
shot over
bang,
two guys.
yeah.
Personally, I think I give it to Rory just because of how hard he's been grinding for this. Like
Yeah.
the Masters has been slipping away so many times. I don't know if you guys have
Oh,
watched.
so now
Swing.
this is a personal award?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna say
It was
right
hard
now,
for him. Tiger won it
And
after
also-
2 back surgeries in 2019.
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Like not many people
That's
can
fair.
say.
That 6 people have done it.
Exactly
But,
right. That's
How many
one of
people
those things.
Rory
That,
doesn't have a gold medal.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
he's
is
probably
golf
not.
in the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Scotty has a
did not
gold
know
medal.
that.
But that's also
Scotty has a gold medal.
that's because the U.S. has the best golfers.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
still.
hard. It's very hard. That's like U.S. basketball team. Yeah,
I agree.
it's like of course you're gonna win.
I
a
don't
gold
think
medal.
Rory's gonna win out. And it's a North American award. They're not gonna.
Okay, so who do you think is gonna win out of those?
Night-night.
The Steph Curry
Yeah.
one?
In
Yeah, I
Los-
think Steph Curry might win.
Yeah.
I feel that Rory should win.
Yeah. If I could make a case for Freddie Freeman,
Okay.
for
Freddie
him to-
Freeman too, yeah,
his World Series against the Yankees was,
insane.
I mean,
Insane.
unbelievable.
Well,
what
that
he
was the
did.
first Grand Slam walk off in the World Series.
Also, and this, a little bit of bias, but as a Canadian watching him, do what he has done in his kind of baseball career, also the person that he is,
Yeah.
it's so hard not to root for Freddie Freeman. And what he did being, behind Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani, and to just come up clutch every single time in the World Series against
New York.
the New York Yankees and that brand, like the pressure in every single moment to come up big. Because what we're talking about with the Steph Curry thing and, Simone Biles and even Rory, it's like they did it for a day. They did it for a very short span of time.
No,
I mean,
Rory
Steph
was 4
Curry,
days.
fair. But Steph Curry, that was, 4 minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes? Maybe 6 minutes into the fourth quarter of a championship gold medal game. Incredibly pressure-packed moment, and I understand all that. Simone Biles, same thing. It was incredibly pressure-packed, but it was like a very short span of time. Now, you do that over, games, that I think is needs to be kind of taken into account when whoever the fuck it is that is voting on these awards. That's my case for that award. So I would say Freddie.
That is, I understand. I feel like the North American public, and mostly U.S., it's in L.A., they're going to vote for Steph. That the U.S.,
Yeah.
I feel like he'll take it. But
Yes.
Freddie Freeman does make a good
Right? It
good
just
run for it.
Yeah, it does
and he,
need to
like
have that.
he did.
And he
have-
won the MVP, didn't he?
Yeah, I
the
think
World
so.
Series
Yeah,
MVP,
yeah.
and
I hope he did.
that would have been his second, right? He won it once with the Braves and once with
That was
this.
crazy
Like,
how the
this
Braves
is
didn't re-sign him.
yeah, I saw this on the internet the other day because I think we watched Freddie Freeman for quite some time, and somebody asked the question, how long do you think Freddie Freeman played for Atlanta? And I could have sworn I would have said 6 to 7 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say.
right. He played 12 years in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and then they just shipped him off.
Yeah, he was
And
there,
not only did they ship him off, but they shipped him off to a team that I think if you ask the MLB community, they do not like the Dodgers.
No.
I mean, because the Dodgers have just been the standard of where most of these franchises have been trying to get to. And for them to land him and then pair him with Mookie, and then 2 years after that, you go out and get a Shohei Ohtani, it's like,
Yeah.
Come on, dude. What are we even doing? But let's move on. Next award.
Next award, best MLB player.
Oh, I mean that's.
That show.
I think that's self-spoken. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Not even close.
Okay, best driver. We have Joey Logano, NASCAR.
Of course.
Alex
We know who that
Pa-
is.
Ah, he's pretty
Joey
well-
Logano.
Yeah.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
not.
We know who that is. Yeah.
Alex Palau, IndyCar racing.
Yeah. Max.
Oscar Piastri.
How's it not Max? Is Max not on there?
No, yeah.
Oscar Piastri, F1. Max Verstappen.
Yeah,
he's
look.
gonna-
Yeah, Matt. I'll be honest, as the only person that I knew, I mean, obviously I know the two F1 guys, but I'm not quite familiar with the IndyCar guys and NASCAR guys. But I have watched NASCAR and was a huge Jeff Gordon fan. Had like the jackets, had all that, right? Because like loved cars, was always into the whole mechanics of it, loved the whole thing, shebang, but definitely got into F1 and Max is, I mean, he's probably the greatest ever. Like this is an individual that has gone above and beyond to be that, and I just feel like it's not very close, to be honest. It's like, dude, these guys are going so incredibly fast. They're going so incredible. And then, we talk about quarterbacks and, NBA players and like the margin of errors and things
Theirs
like
is
that.
insane.
Theirs is like, if I'm here,
Bro,
I'm
they're
driving my
thinking
car.
about down the road.
Yeah, but if I'm here and I'm driving, my steering wheel is here. If I go like this, it's over. Right? My whole like race, my whole career could end by just doing this.
Your life.
That
Your
is
life.
like
Yeah,
your
your
life.
life.
Your life could end with just doing this. Like that to me is like, bro, come on, man. What are we even?
And
Yeah.
they rarely crash.
Yeah, which is another absurd
Yeah,
thing.
that's insane.
Yeah.
All right, next category we got best UFC fighter.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Driscus Duplessis, Merab Davashvili.
Okay, Marab Duelishvili.
Yeah. Kayla Harrison, Islam Makhachev.
Oh, Yulia's not on there?
Yulia's not on there. I mean,
No.
this would have been the
Yeah,
past year.
yeah, this
fair.
would have been last year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Makachev probably.
I mean, I think Marab should probably get it just because he, I think, also has a say in greatest athlete in the current generation, Marab Duelishvili. I mean, the dude is an absolute machine. The pace he's put on in the past, fights that he's had. But Islam, I mean, that's a tough one. Who was the other one? Drickus?
Yeah.
Drickus
He's
Duplessis.
he's the
Yeah.
he's
think
the
it's
South
gonna be
African folk.
Yeah, yeah. He had the who's blacker beef with.
Yeah, with Israel. He's like, I'm the actual
He's
African.
like, say it then. Say it.
Say what, bro?
Say what,
I
bro?
don't know.
Yeah, he had that who's blacker with Izzy. One's African, one's supposedly bought by the Chinese. So that was the whole conversation that took over the internet for a while. I think. What is this happening? This is happening live. Can we see if any of our results are actually going through?
Yeah, I'm watching it live
That's-
as well.
yeah,
I'll alert you as it
Okay,
goes.
yeah. I mean, I think if I was a betting man, which I'm not, but this table is.
There's some odds.
There's some odds. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I would take Marab.
Here, check the odds for the.
Yeah,
I'll
Marab. I
check it.
think might
You
be.
think Marab?
Marab would be my.
The book always
take.
knows what's gonna happen. Man.
Fair. The sports book do always win. Obviously, nobody knows that more than you guys. But what's the next award we have?
Best golfer: Nelly Korda, Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Maya Stark.
Okay, I also don't think this one's particularly close.
No, Scotty by
Yeah.
a mile.
Now, did you guys see? I can't remember if it was yesterday. So the Open starts tomorrow,
Tomorrow, yeah.
right? So they are doing their pre-walk and the tee
Well,
off
like
and-
tonight, because it's in
Yeah.
Scotland.
And then yesterday and the day before was the press conference and the introductory
Practice
stuff,
runs,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, the practice runs and things like that. Now, Scotty, I think Scheffler said, I'm the world number one, done this, done that, won this and won that. Who cares? I mean, it's not fulfilling for him anymore. So that I thought was the right, I think, mindset to have as well, because obviously he's a family man and world number one to achieve in that sport is incredibly
And
difficult.
he made like $10 million last month. He finished in 3 tournaments, number 1. It's kind of hard to keep caring about golf after that, man. He's been number 1 for 52 weeks.
He said he doesn't even care about the money.
yeah,
It's not about the money.
everybody
for him.
says that once they're
That's
rich.
fair. When you have made enough, you're like, oh,
I just want to
Obviously,
win.
I don't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him
fair.
2-3 years ago.
I mean, I'm sure he probably.
I
I'm sure he
care.
probably used most of his money for his defense last year when he was getting
Fair
arrested.
when he was getting
Yeah,
arrested.
that was light work, man.
Well, I mean that that night that he might have spent, or however many hours he spent in the holding cell, can be very lonely. Can be very lonely, and I assume he was thinking about the number 1 ranking at that time. He was also at that point when he did get arrested. He was the number 1 ranked golfer in the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the county sheriff and whoever kind of did that whole process, not knowing that, very interesting.
In front of the golf course?
In front of the golf course while he's actually walking up to tee off. Absurd that happened. Also, I think, was it Tyreek Hill that happened
Oh,
to
yeah.
right outside of Hard Rock Stadium? Like it was
On the way
while
to
he
the-
On the way to the stadium, he got
But
pulled
apparently
over.
he
no, it was
Like-
like the Hard Rock Stadium entrance was like literally like right across the corner, and this happened. And then I think the clip of his teammates, John New Smith and a few other
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
it was because they
They
were
pulling
all
up
going
too.
right there.
They're pulling up
So
game day.
these,
Didn't he play that day?
but also like being a cop or in Miami and not knowing who Tyreek Hill seems like a miss.
Well,
It
we
just
got
seems like a miss.
we
to
got
me.
some news. Best breakthrough athlete goes to Ilona Maher, who plays rugby.
Yeah, we totally know who that is. Yeah.
I watched
She
that
she
episode.
was the Sports Illustrated model for this year. I
A
believe.
rugby girl was?
And
Yes.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa, whoa!
Nothing,
What does that
nothing.
mean?
The other.
Doesn't
no,
mean anything.
What does that mean?
Let's move
What,
on.
you don't like rugby girls or?
Let's see what she looks like.
I mean, I'm not,
Bro,
you-
it's
you-
SI? Like, imagine that as a rugby
I mean,
player.
I will tell you, she looks like a rugby player.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. yo.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What do you
does
think?
that
I know
mean?
you have a
What
picture
does
in
that
your head.
mean,
Rugby
though?
players are normally muscular.
Yeah.
And they're strong and they're
Big,
fast.
big.
Yeah.
Like tall.
Big.
Tall, tall.
Whoa.
That's,
Tall,
so
like
she
tall.
looks like a rugby player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tall. Yeah, big and tall.
The other nominees were Cooper Flagg from Duke men's basketball, Chloe
Oh,
Humphrey,
he lost?
North Carolina women's lacrosse, and Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Wait, hold on. What was this award for? Sorry, we missed
Best-
that from this.
Oh my god.
Best breakthrough athlete.
You want to see?
Paul
you
Skeens
wanna
did
see
not
a
win?
glimpse?
She could run over
All of us.
all
at
of
once.
us at one time.
One
At one
time.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Paul Skeens did not win this award as
No.
best breakthrough athlete.
No, he did not.
This is an individual that was the number 1 overall pick, and of course baseball.
Yes.
Didn't play for the first 100 games. Okay, and then they call him up and instantly the best pitcher in baseball. Of course, because that's what we drafted him to be, but we somehow didn't want to play him. And he did not win this award. I mean, he was an all-star in his rookie year, and now also
This year.
this
I
year.
think he won it last year, honestly.
Oh, fair, maybe.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, okay, fair. Don't know who this individual was until I
She's
saw that.
very big on social media. From what I've seen her
Fair.
on social media.
Now, rugby is a very interesting sport.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit, not for us. Not, I mean, it's just, I mean, these are very incredible athletes. So,
Yeah, I mean, I played as a wing back in
yeah.
high school,
yeah.
and anytime I saw a big boy coming through, I just passed that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hit.
That's all
I'm
you
not
can
taking
do.
the hit, not
Yeah.
for the team.
Yeah.
Not
the-
for the team.
Sorry, fellas, I got other things to do. I got university in a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. No, rugby very demanding sport. Obviously, it hasn't really gotten big in our part of the world. Obviously, I think is it the Aussies and
The what?
the Kiwis out there.
Yes.
They like. Is she also from?
I think she is from down south over there.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
what does that even mean?
whoa, down south. What is that?
Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, that's what you're referring to when you say south.
Oh, down under. Down under. My bad.
That was it.
Oh no, she's from the U.S. Never mind.
Oh my god!
God.
Where is she from? Texas?
Not even the South. From Vermont.
That would have
Oh,
been funny.
come on. Vermont.
Yeah.
Vermont is making athletes?
Apparently.
Wow. Well, we know Maine got an athlete, obviously, with Cooper Flag.
Yes.
But,
The main event himself.
Ooh.
is that
That's the
a good
nickname.
one.
is that the
That's a
nickname we're
good
rolling
one.
with?
Yeah, the main
The
event.
I like it. I like it.
Is that not a cool nickname?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
You don't like
think
it?
No,
I
I
think
don't.
He's
it
from
is.
Maine.
Yeah, main
The
event.
main event?
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Bro, I feel like nicknames have to become shorter. They have to be punchy. You know, King James. You know?
I mean,
the Flash.
there was the
you
big
know?
ticket.
The big
Kevin-
ticket, yeah.
That's
But-
kind of like main event in the same way, in the same
Yeah,
sense.
basically.
I kind of remember the former general manager of the dynasty in Golden State with
Bob
the Warriors,
Myers?
Bob Myers,
Yeah.
who was a very sought after individual, but took his talents to the
ESPN.
media and the camera and stuff like that. But I think he had a comment today or yesterday, was it, about Cooper Flag is going to have a bigger impact on winning than Victor Wembanyama. Now, I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know if that was a big lot of pressure to put on to somebody
In
that
what way?
should be in college this year, reclassified to play college at Duke last year, and then gets drafted, goes to Dallas, which I think is an incredible situation for both parties. But yeah, I thought that was fairly interesting. Was he talking about defense? Well, Victor Wembanyama was probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year before he had his
Yeah.
kind of
He
blood
should've
clot
won it in his rookie
situation.
year. Low key.
Probably should have won it in his rookie year as well.
You can't win when your team is like that down bad.
But he's
though.
leading the league in blocks.
Still.
It's gonna be his award for the next
yeah.
like, 5
Yeah.
10
It's
years.
gonna
Yeah.
be his
Yeah.
on lockdown once they get good. But you
Yeah.
can't
I'm pretty
if
sure
it's
he's-
not translating into wins.
Who won it this year? That's a great question. I didn't even remember.
Jaren Jackson.
No, he didn't.
No,
he
should've
didn't win
won
it this
yeah,
year.
He should have won it.
Evan Mobley won it this year.
Oh,
That's why he got the
yeah.
extension.
Yeah.
Now I think again, this is why I don't even respect anybody that votes on these awards. Simply because I think if you actually watch the NBA, Draymond Green was by far the best defender in the league. And I think I would go so far as that to say he's probably the greatest defender that's ever played basketball. I mean, the guy's ability to play all 5 positions, has been very good.
Pause. Yeah, like what?
You don't think Draymond's the best
The
ever?
best ever?
The best ever, dude.
You're wild.
He's
The
up
best
there for
ever.
sure,
Who
but
do you guys have in front
I
of
mean,
him?
if you look at
I
what
have
he
like
has
20
to do,
people in front of. What do you mean one guy?
but in
Bro.
today's NBA, to be able to switch 1
But
through
you said
5,
the best
best ever, dude. I don't think that there's
Like,
anybody
you-
better than
you
Draymond.
think
I
that.
think Draymond Green has kind of set the standard of what.
So in 2 years, they're not going to
defensive
change your
players should be
opinion
at.
to be Wemby.
Oh, it could be.
As
no,
of right now.
As of right now.
As of right now.
Yeah,
is what he's
I
I
saying.
think say like a Kawhi Leonard.
But
yeah,
the other
like,
thing,
what are you
Scottie
talking
Pippen.
but
about?
Kawhi hasn't been healthy enough, and Kawhi can't play.
Are you saying the
5.
best right now or the best? You
I think the best
You said
ever.
So
best
you
ever.
put Kawhi in his prime. You're telling
And
me.
Kawhi does have a defensive
But-
player of the year
but-
as well.
But
so
that,
does Draymond.
he's talking like career-wise.
Career-wise.
Not just like at one point at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah,
He's saying,
I'm
like,
talking career-wise. If you look at what he's been able to accomplish and do on that side of the
When's last
ball,
time he made a difference?
think about. 2016. Does LeBron James win the championship if
No.
Draymond doesn't get suspended? Right, like
No.
the incredible run
How
that
many,
he's
how many has he
happening.
got? Two?
Draymond has
Yeah.
one deep. I think only has one
I think he might
defensive
only
player of
have
the
one,
year.
yeah.
Kawhi
Wow.
has 2.
Yo, this was his
Kawhi
first
does
thing.
have two.
Draymond just made his
Yeah.
first NBA All Defensive Team this
Again,
year.
we
First
don't-
time.
Yeah,
we don't love the
go
people
by,
that-
Yeah, we don't go by
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm saying if you watch
Okay,
what
yeah.
he's able to do on the defensive end, right? They have asked him in this dynastic run that they've had, right, to play
Oh,
the
no, he's
5.
been to 9.
They've asked him to play the 5 in almost every run. So it doesn't matter that who he's guarding and gone up against. He's played all 5 positions, right? Especially going up, and being able to be one of the best help defenders, and I think the reason why Draymond is not regarded as that, and this is just my opinion, is because of all the stuff that has happened, off the court, kind of the antics on the court.
Yeah.
Obviously, the chokehold, which was incredible,
Rudy?
right? Yeah.
So you think he's better than Rudy?
I
Rudy's
think
had
4
DPOYs.
See, but he can't guard perimeter.
Yeah, I think there are many players
But
in
is it
the
Wemby going to be
NBA.
like that?
Yeah,
think-
You
this
can
is
move him better than Rudy, to be
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
But this is my thing with centers and stuff. It's like, yes, you could be an incredible rim protector, but in the modern NBA, that's not. I can play you out of the game, and
Yeah.
we've seen that with Rudy Gobert for 4 straight playoff runs. Teams have played him off the court, right? So like, I just think you can't do that with a Draymond Green. He's able to play all 5 positions at an elite level, and then play help defense as well, which is a very big premium in the league.
I think Anthony Davis deserves some respect as well, even though he does not have a
Yeah.
DPOY. But he's also a
does.
guy.
No, he doesn't.
He hasn't won one.
DPOY.
So.
No, he doesn't play a
I
D.
thought he won.
Well, this guy could guard all 5 positions as well, and he's taller than Draymond at 6'10".
Yeah.
Another guy I would argue, Timmy D, the greatest power forward of all
I
time.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but could he play
He could've-
in today's NBA
That's a question.
with the
That's a good
switching?
question.
Yeah, you could.
Right, like that's what my thing is that Draymond has done it in 2 different eras, where it was pack the paint in the middle,
Yeah.
and now he's done it when it's spaced out. And like, I think that needs to be kind of more of a recognized thing. That's just, again, just my opinion. I'm not saying that he
Not,
is
like
or
you
isn't.
brought up that it's people that vote on these and the sports call
Yeah.
this. Like, why do these guys have an effect on the contract that the NBA guys
Yeah,
get?
I always wondered that.
I never understood that. If you think I'm a good enough player, but these fans just didn't vote me as an all-star,
Yeah,
or what? Why should that matter
yeah, I agree.
on how much money I can make?
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, it's like for the people that are consistently making all NBAs and all stars and things like that, it's like their money should equal a little bit more than somebody that has been very, very loyal to a team that Devin Booker, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't have the all NBAs and stuff, but now he's making the same amount of money as the Nikola Jokic. Like, so I do think that there needs to be a gap between them because that is the separating factor. The other thing is that if you pay Nikola Jokic, $80 million a year, let's say, right? Now it does hamper, let's say, the Denver Nuggets going forward because now you can't build the team the same way. You have less money going in, so it makes it more fair for everybody else. If you're going to pay the most dominant player in basketball this much money, then you can't also have 5 other people that are making that much more. So then if you're a Phoenix team or somewhere else where you just have 5 players that are making $20 million a year, right? Like, I think that does make it a little bit more fair, and I assume that was kind of the angle that they wanted to separate it by, and look at it like. But who knows? I think it was a few years ago where Klay Thompson, I thought, was easily the second best shooting guard in the NBA, and he didn't make an all-NBA team and lost out on like $30-some million. It was incredible.
Golden State's like, keep them together.
Yeah. I was very surprised that Draymond didn't win the Defensive Player of the Year this year, though. This year in
this
particular.
year was up in like.
Yes.
Like,
Also, if you
who
remember,
who got hurt? Who was it from? Oh, Wemby.
Wemby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wemby was.
Yeah, after Wemby went down, I just felt like Draymond was the clear front runner to win that. Same also because like the Warriors weren't that good before Jimmy got there. Like, especially on defensive end, like they had to win by outscoring everybody.
Yeah.
And now you're also asking Draymond at 36 to play 40 minutes a game.
Yeah.
And he was doing a pretty good job at that. So like, and their rotations weren't that good. Like, a lot of the draft picks haven't panned out, I think, as what they saw. Unfortunately, I think if he could take back the punch he threw, he probably would. Now,
Yeah.
which punch remains,
All of them.
There's a
to
couple
be
you
seen.
probably
There's a
could.
couple of them, but I think there's one in particular.
But
with,
you need that in the dressing. You need
Yeah.
an enforcer in
Yeah.
the dressing room. that keeps everything.
Yeah, but I need an enforcer that's not going to also punch my other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I need an enforcer that's
That
going
punch
to be an enforcer.
could have saved Golden State a lot of money. Like, is Jordan Poole really worth all that money?
I think in that
Yes.
system, he's worth all that
Yes,
money.
he's worth
I
a
think,
lot of
I think
money.
it's just,
Yeah.
I think it's just, yeah.
Like,
went to
Washington
die.
is where everyone goes to die. anyways.
Now he's out of there. He's
Yeah,
in New Orleans,
New
paired
Orleans.
up with Zion, who we haven't really touched on
At all.
Yeah.
at all. And this is a guy that we all are obviously fans of because when he plays, he's
It's
incredible,
amazing.
right? But what was it last year that he said during practice, like, dude, they just won't let me play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was an hilarious situation. Like, dude, they're just not letting me play. Like, how am I supposed to get out onto
And
the floor?
that's why I'm happy with draft picks not essentially going to the worst teams. Right? Because you
Yes.
have teams like that are not letting their best players play. You even have Josh Collins. He was like saying,
Yeah.
man, they're making up injuries
Yeah.
just so I can't play.
Play.
You
Yeah.
know, it's good to see that these teams don't get rewarded for this sabotage.
Yeah. Okay. We will take a short break. After the break, we will get into some hockey talk and some more things happening in the sports world. We'll obviously revisit the ESPYs and share with the results and some of our picks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break. welcome back to the second hour of our show. We had an incredible first hour. We talked about the SPs. We talked about Bradley Beal. We talked a little NHL. We talked a little NFL. That's what we can do. We did talk a little bit of rugby. There's some comments that came from that side of the table that were fairly interesting. Something funny came out of the NBA. I don't know if you saw, but Paul George said some comments about the Charlotte Hornets and how they don't have a winning culture. Well, that was not a big surprise, but what was a big surprise that he was like, who has to create the winning culture in Charlotte? Is it LaMelo Ball or is it the front office? Now, let me tell you what it is from our perspective. It's neither of them because that place and that kind of situation is just not ready to be that right now. They haven't particularly drafted that well, except Brandon Miller and probably LaMelo. The direction of the team, I think, has been skewed, and they're not really sure where they want to go, so we are not sure where they want to go. And if you want to stay in that market, you will not attract free agents. Obviously, there's been conversations throughout this offseason about LaMelo Ball potentially being on the move. We haven't heard any of that, so we can't speculate if he is going to get moved. I think it was interesting on how Paul George framed that, hey, if I was a free agent, I'm not going to a place that's never won, because he went to Philadelphia. Now, which is always...
They did win back in like the 70s with Dr. J.
Yeah, but they are not a team that I think when you think of winners in the NBA, the first name that comes to your mind is the 76ers. I mean, but the money was good. I mean, the money was very good. 4-year deal instead of the 3-year deal that I think the Clippers were offering him. Now, we'll see, obviously, what the 76ers are going forward. It will be kind of interesting to see how they figure out their situation. Jared McCain coming back, I think, is going to help them. But, yeah, it was just kind of interesting to see some of the comments that came out of that. Moving on to some of the NHL stuff. Joe Thornton got hired as player development with San Jose. Now, he spent his entire career in San Jose, right? Or did he get moved?
No, he was
Anaheim?
drafted by the Bruins. He played there for a year.
Say what? I did not know that.
He was very underwhelming there, and then he got flipped to the Sharks, and the rest was history. He became a great player.
So he's been in
San Jose for like majority
30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched him most of my childhood. I had this game. I think it was NHL 08 or 09. I can't remember which one it was. In PlayStation 3.
End of his career, he
Anaheim.
bounced around.
I thought it was Anaheim, but I remember Joe Thornton having, and just dude, he was so good in those games. He was so good. Yeah. So he gets hired in San Jose. Now they drafted Celebrini. What was his name?
Yeah, last year, Michael Celebrini.
Yeah. Do we think that this kid is going to be good?
Yeah.
His dad is the player development in Golden State, right? Like the Warriors.
I believe
That's
so.
why they were the draft party. I think Draymond, Steph, and all Steve Kerr and those guys were all present during he getting drafted to San Jose. Now they are in fairly close proximity, which I think works out well for the family, but San Jose is a place that finished last. Like this is a place that people are going to die out there. I mean, like their careers are pretty much ending if you want to go to San Jose.
Honestly, their prospect tool though is pretty good in my opinion. They got drafted Will Smith. This year drafted Michael Misa, supposed to be a pretty good prospect as well.
And we made a couple trades.
They signed former Edmonton Oiler Jonathan Klingberg to a 1-year, 4-year deal. We got some veterans, Dmitry Orlov as well during this offseason, just to get to the cap floor. But once again, not expecting them to be a playoff team off the rip, probably in a couple of years.
They play in the West, right?
In our division, the Oilers in the Flames division, Pacific division.
Okay, so I mean, this is a team that hiring Joe Thornton, I assume, is going to help kind of in the player development. Now, you know, it's always interesting to see former players get hired in those positions simply because, like, can't remember if it was Gretzky or somebody else said after I think it was Gretzky when he got fired, and he was like, dude, I'm trying to teach them shit that I can do. And not many people can do the shit I can do. But I feel like Joe Thornton's not going to be that person, but happy that he got that position. Hopefully San Jose figures it out and they can kind of get back to relevancy. We'll see how that ends up. More hockey coming out from Edmonton. I don't know. Where are we going?
Out of Edmonton, well, as of right now, we talked about the ESPYs. There is the best NHL player award going on, and Edmonton's very own Leon Draisaitl is
Wait,
a
is
nominee.
Connor also part of this?
Out of the nominations?
Yeah.
No,
No,
not this
no.
year.
I'm sorry, what now? Connor McDavid is not in the top 4,
For Connor's standards, he had an off year for himself. He did miss quite a bit of games as well.
but he had 100 points, did he not?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that for him, that's an off year for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, the top 4 guys was Connor Hellebuck,
This guy.
Cale Makar, Nikita Kucherov, and Leon Draisaitl.
Oh, it seems like a pretty good list.
Speaking of the ESPYs, we do have news coming out. Simone Biles wins best championship performance, beating out Steph Curry, Freddie Freeman, and Rory McIlroy.
I had a little feeling that was gonna happen.
But she's won 1 million of these awards.
It's her
I
ninth
think-
overall.
But
I
this
think-
is like the only reward she can get. You know what I mean?
No, but she's won 1 million of these gold medals though. So like
I think that's what makes it even more like interesting that
Yeah, 'cause
she
I
can
thought
do
she
it
retired.
consistently. And
Yeah,
I think she
I
broke
think
a
there-
record. She
I-
became the
yeah,
most
She
decorated.
became the oldest woman to win the Olympic all-around since 1952, and on top of that, it's her 6th gold medal and her 9th overall medal, making her the most decorated U.S. gymnast ever.
That's pretty
fair.
tough. Yeah,
fair.
that's
So,
tough.
I mean,
you can't knock her.
yeah, and gymnastics is I mean, that's an incredible, very incredible sport. Just watching them, and I think there was a clip that surfaced of her doing her like gold medal tumble. I'm not quite sure about the terminology, but dude, like they're able to jump so high, so incredibly high in the air. Like I mean, she could dunk herself in the basket. Like that is, I mean, like they are able to get so high off the ground. So it's like the athleticism required to do that is fairly incredible. Obviously the balance and everything too. But congratulations to Simone Biles on another performance. I do think that this was her this Paris Olympics was her last one. I think that was something that was going around before she competed. The funny thing is that when you're at that level of an Olympic athlete like a Michael Phelps, a Usain Bolt, Simone Biles, you enter these competitions, everybody's immediately expecting you to win.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Everybody's immediately expecting you to win the gold medal. I mean, the USA men's basketball team, right?
Mhm.
It's not enough that you're winning. You have to absolutely destroy the other team. You have to absolutely crush the hopes of the other team, so it's not even that close. I mean, Serbia, I thought, had some good performances with Jokic and Bogi.
Yeah, like we look at Steve Kerr, people were going for his head, and he still won the gold medal.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough because
Yeah.
you didn't play somebody that was coming off of a championship. Like, again, I thought that he got unfairly, sometimes a little bit fair because it's like, yo, dude, you couldn't find minutes for Jason Tatum.
But what's the
That's-
goal? Championships. That's the goal,
that,
right?
yeah, because that was the goal. I think it was, yeah, kind of, But again, it's like SEC football, right? If Alabama's not beating you by 45, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to just win. I do think that we have taken winning in that kind of sense a little bit more, too for granted. But because it looked like the French team they had NBA talent all over the floor as well.
Yeah.
The Serbian team, the Canadian team, which
Underperformed.
not just underperformed. I thought we got really tough group
Yeah.
as well, right?
Hella
Really
tough
tough group. The Spanish team was very good. So it's just we didn't get the best kind of, but also it was our first time as a team competing. None of those guys have really competed together. And I also felt like we had a mismatch of a lot of guard talent, not enough big talent, right? Zach Edey, Kelly Olynyk, Kem Birch.
Yeah, we're pretty small.
Yeah, these guys are NBA players, but you have JoJo on the other side, you have Bam Adebayo on the other side. These are NBA talent that is at the highest level of NBA, right?
What do you guys think about JoJo changing his nationality to play on the U.S. team?
I mean, clever move. I Where was the other? It was
French.
Cameroon or French?
Cameroon or
French.
Yeah, the French team. That would be a pretty tough team as well if he played for the French team. I mean, you have him,
Gobert.
Vic, and Gobert.
Like, what are you gonna do against
You
that?
have him, Vic, and Gobert, and then you have Nick Batum that does all of it, right? And then like,
you can put him anywhere.
yeah, so that would have been a pretty incredible team. But you know, you go up. I mean, if you have the opportunity to go win a gold medal, pretty much for free, like yeah, you're gonna try to do that. So I didn't really mind it and love. Speaking of JoJo, I think he said today that James Harden doesn't talk to him anymore. They had a bit of a falling out, but I think in his words, he said that James doesn't talk to me anymore because he blames me for how the exit out of Philadelphia happened. And, you know, there's a report that JoJo wanted him out. Obviously, nobody else thought that, but I think that was kind of interesting to hear that JoJo's like, dude, I thought we were like close friends and besties, and now, you know, we can't talk because you're upset that it didn't work out here and you thought I was the guilty party. Dude, like, look at what I've had to deal with. I mean, if I was the guilty party, I need somebody out. Ben Simmons would have been out a long time ago. You know, it wouldn't have been somebody that I wasted a year of my career with not playing. So that was the whole situation as well. Also, the Ben Simmons thing did lead you to a James Harden, right? That was the trade that happened to get him to
get there. Yeah.
Still surprised again. The Ben Simmons like downfall.
So
I don't think we've ever in
Seen
sports. Yeah, I don't think.
I had money on that game where you got
Yeah, I'm not
It
sure.
was like that one game versus Atlanta.
Atlanta. He
Yeah.
passed the ball
Second
up
round,
to
right?
what was his
Yeah.
name? Matthias
Thibault?
Matthias
yeah.
Thibault, and he
Yeah.
got fouled and then missed one or two.
Yeah, but I don't know if.
They lost
You gotta dunk that. Though.
Yeah, but
Trae
It's
Young,
Trae Young,
like,
man.
come on.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He didn't
I-
expect to get the ball.
I-
bro. I had so much money on
I
that.
feel you, I did too on the 6.
Bro, I was so pissed.
I don't know if anybody in all of sports has really had the kind of downward trajectory that fast like Ben Simmons. I mean, was the guy that was going to be a perennial all-star at least.
Hey.
Even if he never shot the ball.
LeBron James, chill.
Shout.
You can stay around.
But we don't need you.
Yeah, we don't need chill. Worst take of all time.
And then he says Ben Simmons is here.
Shout out to Colin, man.
Colin Coward.
Dude, I really like
I
Colin
love
Coward,
Colin
man.
Coward, man.
So shout out to Colin, dude. Great content he's given us throughout the years. That one in particular will live on in infamy forever. Anything else coming out of the ESPYs?
Not as
Alex
right
Morgan.
now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Alex Morgan and Diana Ross just won Best Historic Female Athletes.
Yeah, Alex Morgan, she retired as the number one U.S. soccer women's, and she's won a lot, right? Like
Yeah,
they won the gold,
They
they won.
were dominant.
Yeah. You know what's kind of funny and kind of crazy at the same time is that the U.S. women's like footy team is like miles ahead of the U.S. men's footy team.
Yeah.
I assume the gap might be closing because Alex Morgan has retired, but they, I assume, have a lot of talent coming down the pipe. But the U.S. men's like footy team,
They're not quite there.
I mean, they still got Captain
Christian Pulisic.
Captain Kirk.
He's actually up for the award as the best soccer player,
Yeah.
which makes no sense because he's not even like the top 100 in the world.
Dude, he's Captain America. What do you mean?
He's Captain America.
Is he still at Chelsea?
He's at
No.
AC Milan now. He's
AC
playing
Milan.
AC Milan out in Italy. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
But the U.S. team, you know, they brought in a European manager in Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah.
He's not European, Argentinian, but
Yeah.
coached out in Europe. So, you know, they're kind of doing their thing right now. They just lost in the Gold Cup versus Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's not too good, right? No, that's a rival. So, yeah, the men's team
But the Mexican team is good, I assume.
yes, they are pretty good most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's just the men's team is just falling behind. You know, some of the stars didn't show up, like Weston McKennie didn't show up to the Gold Cup.
Is Canada better than them?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
I mean, we know by far we have the better
Play.
talent.
Yeah, you know, we
and
have
player.
Jonathan David, who
Yeah.
is actually very underrated striker.
Yeah.
I
He's a
think.
demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's insane.
He just signed with someone in Italy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it might have been.
Yeah, but we also
Was he
have
Juventus?
the best player out of the two teams. Like, you know,
Alfonso?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you have Alfonso,
If
I
he's
think
healthy.
you have
Yeah,
a
he
chance.
just signed with Juventus.
Okay.
So we got players actually playing
He's-
top.
Yeah.
He finished. Well, I think it was like he was like tied for Ligue 1, top scorer.
Yeah.
He was scoring lots of goals.
He was tied, and he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's
you don't
Canadian.
know
Oh, dude, we're up.
David? You don't
We're
know
up.
this guy?
Look, we're
He-
up. We're
We're
probably,
up. We're up. We're up. That's all he
Look,
can say.
we're probably gonna win the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah,
let's go.
Bring it
At
on,
home
Canada.
2026.
Bring it
Let's
on.
go. Another
Congrats.
category
We'll be
is
there.
Yeah, congratulations to Canada on the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah,
Well
it's coming.
deserved. I mean,
Yeah.
it is coming.
Here.
here.
It's coming
US,
home. It's
Mexico.
coming home. Thank you to everybody that participated. We'll take it from here.
See you on the flip
Next
side.
category, we got best tennis player. We got Carlos Alcaraz, Coco Gauff, Arina Sabalenka, Yannick Sinner.
Yeah, that one's a little bit tough. I mean, I think 3 out of the 4 have been at some point ranked number 1. Coco, I don't know, has ever been ranked number 1
I don't think
in this time.
I think it's the American
Yeah, but
poll.
the American bias.
The
Yeah,
American bias.
poll.
But Carlos and I mean,
It's
Yannick
probably gonna
Sinner
be
is probably going to be
Yannick.
tough
It
to.
should be Yannick.
It should also. I mean, I would like to say Sabalenka. I think we talked about this as well. Like, you know, every major that she's attended, right, in the last 3 years, the earliest that she's been eliminated, I think it was one time that she was eliminated before the semifinals. Now that is a
That
pretty
is
incredible stat on its own.
But in tennis, you gotta win.
Fair. I mean, she has won a
Yeah,
few
she-
majors
yeah,
in that
she's
time.
number 1 in the world too.
Yeah, she has won in that
What was it,
time.
the Australian one? Or what?
No, Iga Swiatek, she's
Okay.
Swiss.
Yeah, she's Swiss. I
yeah.
think she's Swiss.
She's Polish.
Oh, Polish.
Polish, yeah. I did know. Of course, we knew that.
Yeah,
Of
sorry,
course
my
we-
bad.
There's only one Swiss tennis player that we know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, okay, that world's best tennis player, I think that one will be a tough one. Coco Gauff, I think she has had a pretty incredible year as well. One title, obviously the French Open at
Yeah.
Roland Garros. She won that on clay, so which is a pretty pretty tough one to win. But then the follow up on grass was not nearly as good. So it's like, is that coming into account now? We'll see. But she also won. Did she not win in the gold? Was she part of the? I want to say she finished with a medal in the Olympics as well. Okay, yeah, maybe.
I'm not too sure.
But she's been having a pretty incredible year as well. I think she's ranked 3rd in the world now. So,
Second.
2nd in the world now.
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I'm going Sabalenka just because I see her all over my feed right now.
And
What
she's
does that
number
mean?
1.
Why is she all over your feet
Yeah.
now?
Because-
What
because
is
I'm-
that?
No, I'm trying to get my daughters into tennis when they
Yeah.
do arrive, and I'm just trying to see different archetypes of players. Trying to see
Yeah.
what to model my daughters.
Well,
game after.
maybe this rugby athlete is single, because that's the kind of build that you might need to have. If you
To
to
want
build
to,
a Sabalenka.
Yeah,
to
she's
build a
tall.
Sabalenka. She is. She's got the power game, which in women's sport, if you look at just even historically with Serena Williams, she dominated women's tennis because she had the power game more than anybody else. That is kind of like an interesting development that's happened. But let's move on to some other stuff. What else do we have on the docket, dude? Anything else happening in the world right now?
The NHL schedule
Oh yeah.
has been released.
Yeah.
October 7th, the regular season will start. Florida Panthers will be defending the Chicago Blackhawks on day 1. Surprisingly, no Oilers, even though we've been to the finals for the last 2
Wait,
years.
so the Edmonton Oilers are not
On
on
opening
like
day.
the opening day, but the
No,
Panthers are.
but the Panthers are.
They had to be, yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
should have done
believe-
the rematch on opening day.
Right?
That would have been kind of cool.
But we do have a Battle of Alberta for the Oilers and Flames first game of the season
Yeah.
in Calgary. I believe on
Hasn't
October
really
8th.
been much of a contest for the last 3-4 years,
For
but
the last 2 years.
I mean,
And the regular
yeah.
season, I'm pretty sure we have a better
we
record.
could probably say the last 10 years if you're
Yeah.
being
yeah,
honest.
that's true.
Like,
I mean, Calgary Flames have been a franchise that is also not even close to
We
winning.
have one of the best teams in the history. That the Lanny McDonald team that's rated like a top 3 team in the world.
how do you think you
that
guys
Yeah.
have a Stanley Cup?
Was
Yeah, we do.
Might have one.
Lanny won
Might have
one, yo.
one.
now
Sorry, we didn't
in
get that's
the
why we didn't get the great one, yo. And then trade him away.
And we won
That's-
right after trading him too with
Yeah,
Messi
and
at
then
the
lost
helm.
for what, 30 years?
now in the hockey circle, I remember there's a time where Gary Bettman was regarded, I think, out of the 4 major sports as commissioner, probably the most unliked commissioner of sports. I think him and Raj definitely had a bit of a competition there. I think Raj has definitely made a comeback and has won hearts of a lot of NFL fans with a lot of the things that he's done. Obviously, promoting Taylor Swift was one that we all liked because bring in a new audience to football, and I think grew our sport even more. So loved that. But Gary Bettman has made, I think, a lot of good moves. And I think he is starting to come around to a lot of fans.
As of late, I would say so, yes. As a guy that I don't really like that much,
Yeah.
but I can't hate. As of late, he's been doing a great job. The 4 Nations, I mean, like,
Yeah.
that was honestly one of the greatest things he has brought to this league. And now he's also allowing our players to go compete in the Olympic Winter Games, which will be this year. So a 19-day break in February
Yeah.
for our NHL players to go compete. And other than that,
Yeah, I mean,
I can't
but
really say anything
but
else. Bro.
but he, not only has he like tried to innovate and grow. Obviously, expansion teams. I think where he's put the markets and stuff have also worked out. Like Vegas, Seattle, and even Utah. Not sure how I feel about the name. I feel like Yeti would have definitely worked there. Mammoth, interesting choice. Didn't really understand the logo either, but I don't know. I mean, Ryan Smith, right?
Yeah,
He's the owner.
the rich guy.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. He's a smart tech guy, obviously.
Simone won best
New-
women's athlete.
Yeah, best athlete women's sports. Simone
Yeah.
Biles beats out Sydney McLaughlin,
Of course, we know who that is.
track and field.
yeah.
Fair.
Gabby Thomas, track and field, and Aja
course.
Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces.
Wow, we had an NBA star, our WNBA star, make it to.
Yeah, I
The
think
best
she did
women's
break a
athlete?
record. No, what was the record that Aja Wilson? I mean, she became MVP.
Fair.
Yeah.
3-time MVP, 2-time back-to-back champion. I mean,
Yeah.
but they didn't win it last year. They could have three-peated, right? But they lost to the Liberty. No,
We knew
that was the Lynx because Nafisa Collier. Yeah.
She broke the single season scoring record.
Yes.
There you
Yeah.
go, man. But Aja Wilson, I mean, fair. Yeah, could Simone Biles, man.
Yeah, shouts out to
Every-
her. She's just collecting
She's
all these
just
awards.
collecting
today.
all these awards, man. But hopefully hopefully we get to see her one more time in the Olympics. I mean, in LA,
She said, I saw something. where
that
she
could be
said
kind of cool.
She hinted at coming back. To
2028?
2028, yeah.
In
One
LA.
more time.
Would you go? Okay, if you could go to like a Olympic event, what would you attend?
Summer or winter?
The one in LA.
It's summer?
Summer, yeah. Swimming?
I
Oh,
think-
dude.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
a
look,
crazy pull.
No, because track and field is too short. Like, it's just like,
It's a whole day thing. There's multiple events.
it's like, I only want to see the sprint, if I'm being honest.
But same with the swimming.
No, swimming, you got, what is it, 1,500? You got the different styles. And it's actually, like, I can see someone run and I'd be like, kind of like, I'm probably like 4 seconds off, whatever, 3 seconds off.
Yeah.
Swimmers, I can't even come close.
Can you swim?
Of course I can swim.
I
I mean,
But you're acting like
Did
4
we all guess
seconds
that?
isn't a lot in running.
it is a lot, but
4
like
seconds
in your
is
mind,
like-
it's just like, nah. I could
Yeah.
probably run 12.
No, bro.
Damn,
At
actually.
100,
you,
I could probably.
So
No,
you
I
think
could probably
you'd
do
be
like
too
12.5. 12.5.
That's
I
a-
can do 12.5 in 100.
Yeah.
that's a stretch. I would take that.
I'll-
I would take that.
Wait, healthy me.
Or the
When I was
over.
17.
Oh, you
17,
can't go
18.
back.
Right now?
You
Give
say
me a
right
you're
year.
now?
probably still running.
Give me a year.
A year?
A year
Under
to
12
train?
Give me,
run under
give me
12
a year
and a
to
half?
train.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
film it on the pod.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean,
A
like,
year, okay.
I'll beat speed in
Let's
a
do
race.
two.
too.
Let's do two. Let's
Dude,
do
I'll
two
beat all of
pods.
them in a
I'm
race.
getting kind of tired of like people trying to race this guy, Speed, because he's clearly gonna beat you. I mean, like the guy can run.
He's
He's
quick.
His
clearly
name is
faster
Speed.
than a lot of. And then people on the comment section like, dude, I can beat you. I'm like, dude, you're overweight. Like, no, you're not gonna beat this kid in a race, right? I do want to see him and Tyreek Hill
That'd be good.
because I think that would.
I think Tyreek kills him.
I don't think
It's
so.
gonna be closer than you think. I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
much
bro,
much
when you
closer.
ro-
Also, when you're talking about like running and just like, do you remember? I can't remember if it was the 100-meter sprint. Like Noah Lyles won by like
Hair,
yeah.
yeah.
So when you're talking about that small of margin, like let's say Speed loses, it's gonna be what 1/1000th of a second. Like it's gonna be that tight of a race, anyways,
yeah,
right?
Wait,
So
Noah Lyles barely beat him, right?
yeah, I don't know if they even raced.
Yeah, they
No.
raised.
Oh, they
Noah, I'm pretty sure either.
He didn't try. He didn't try.
Yeah,
No way
he was
he's
like
trying.
he
He's
was
like, I'm not gonna risk my hamstring for
Yeah.
this. This is
Yeah.
my
But it was
moneymaker.
closer than I thought, even without him trying.
Mm.
He's a gold medalist, you know.
So
But
you're not watching swimming. What sport are you
Look,
watching?
here's my
Summer?
Here's my problem with swimming. Okay, and this is why I I
And
don't-
also, might I add, it's interesting on both sides, the women's and the men's. It doesn't matter which one you watch because they're still swimming fast, both of them.
Yeah, but here's my problem with swimming, okay? There's a medal for if you go forward, there's a medal if you go backwards. Like, what are we doing? Why is that not just one medal? Okay, and then there's a medal for, like, other things that you're doing in the water. Like, what are
Because
we...
it's the style, right? So you got butterfly.
Come on, dude.
Like,
That's
it's-
not a... That's like me saying, you should get a medal for... like dribbling between your legs, and then behind the back is a different medal. Like, come on, dude.
Well, in the
That's
water, if you can do that in the water, yeah, it should be a different.
yeah, but like swimming should just like that's why the whole Michael Phelps getting 27 medals or whatever.
And
Yeah, it's
being an
impressive.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
He was an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts out
You know
to
how many
him.
Well, I mean,
DUIs
I mean,
if you grew up in Baltimore, you would be too. But nah, I just feel like, dude, like swimming. Come on, it can't be. You can't be getting an award for every tiny adjustment you're making to the competition. I just feel like that's so overplayed.
I feel like diving over swimming is like
Yes,
What?
way
What?
more
Diving,
impressive.
swimming.
diving is insane.
They-
you're
Yes,
doing
it is
flips in the
insane.
air, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
Way more impressive.
I don't
too.
know how they get it perfect every
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
I'm-
Well,
I'm-
some don't. That's the whole.
I'm just laying flat every time.
Yo, have you ever seen them fuck it and just
Boom, yeah.
concrete, boom, they're paralyzed like this. It's so bad.
Sounds like you have some experience.
No, I watched a video where the guy.
At the Olympics?
Can you?
Yeah, or it was like maybe. it
Can you
was the
swim,
Olympics.
Pete?
Yeah. I
Well,
can
we know
float.
you can float,
I-
but can you
I
swim?
can swim. I was in swimming classes till I was like 12.
That's how long it takes to get good at swimming.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
you,
like
you
I was
just do it as an
yeah,
activity.
like
But the real ones teach themselves.
Just-
I taught myself like a real one.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you grew up around water. I do not know how to swim.
You don't?
I think I could survive potentially.
That's not
No.
how it works, bro. I'm trying to
It's
tell
the-
them every time. You just
Okay,
think-
look. You know what it
You
what
don't
it
know how
is?
to
It's like how every guy thinks like if a plane's going down, like
They would
I'll
say,
fly
like,
it.
yeah.
I'll fly.
Yeah, like it's just like yeah, if there's terrorists on the plane and God forbid I have to fly this plane, I'll
Yeah.
get it done. It won't be pretty, but I'll get it done.
I'll land it in the
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like, you
I
can't
think I
just-
can land a
Like you
plane.
can't just
Nah, I would still say, I could handle that.
I can actually handle
I
that.
could handle that more than I could. I think like if you threw me in an ocean, I'm dead.
Ocean's
You know what I
fun.
mean?
ocean,
Ocean
everyone's
would kill-
everyone's done.
Oh, yeah. I'm
I've
dead.
swam in the ocean and it's scary, bro. You get under a wave, you're 40 feet back.
What I don't understand about like, especially in the ocean too, is like, especially if it's salt water, how do people open their eyes underwater?
You don't.
Oh, you don't.
No.
Oh, this is
And
You're
your
supposed to have
mouth is
goggles.
just.
yes.
Cooked.
Pause.
Yo, don't.
No, but the swimming thing. How do people? What I never understood, and I feel like this is something that you need to master before everything else, is like the ability to stay in one place. Like, how do they just like
You
kick
just
their?
kick- yeah.
Well,
See,
like treading
and then
water.
this is the other thing when I've tried to like learn swimming. It's just people think that them just saying it, I'm gonna
No,
instantly
this
be able
is
to
it.
do
You
it.
see your feet? These are your feet?
See, this is
How do you not understand this yet?
Treading-
That's
It is
treading
difficult
water.
though.
It's so
it is
difficult to
They're
do.
like you just have to control your breath and hold like it's like
You don't have to control your breath.
oh, dude, how do you float?
You just go like this.
Yeah, but how do you float?
You just,
You control
You
your
look up
breath
to the
though,
sky.
right? Oh, I guess you have.
yeah.
You don't.
No, but that's how they teach you. You just go like this, yo, for real.
Floating back, yeah. On
Floating
your back, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
if
the
you're ever
easiest
like
way to
drowning,
float.
you just
Yeah,
pretend
float on
like
your
you're lying
back.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I never like. I don't know. I never took lessons, obviously, but I did try a few lessons. This is like
In
when
the
I'm a little bit
hotel?
older.
Oh
Nah,
my
this
God.
is when I'm a little bit
You
older.
got the floaties and everything.
I had the floaties and everything, and then like all the other people in my class were like 8 years old. It was a
Oh.
very.
You're just looking like a pet.
Nah, I said a little bit older, not like.
yeah.
I was probably like, what, 13, 14, you know, something around that. But I remember this one instructor, she was like, hey, blow bubbles under the water.
Yes.
Now, see, now that, okay, now that instruction right there makes absolutely no sense. I'm like, what does that mean? She's just like motorboat under the water,
She said
essentially.
that? That's wild.
Whoa.
That's wild. But that's
Essentially just do that and you'll be fine. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like the right kind of approach to this. But no, I could never, man.
What level did you get to?
Swimming, like
Yeah.
second, and then I gave up. I'm like, I can't do this.
You got a level 2, eh?
Yeah.
I failed level 5, I think, like 5 times.
Jesus.
You got to, so can you swim? Like a little bit?
A little bit.
Like if I,
But once I get in the deep end, that's
Yeah.
when I'm just like, yeah, I'm out.
so what, you swim during the part where like,
Level
you can
5?
just stand up straight?
Yeah, no, I could go a little bit in, you know?
He's just moving his arms. standing up.
Bro, everybody can swim in a position where like, I can just walk.
Not
Just
swimming.
walk, yeah.
All I know, level 5, she told me, no lifeguard, no nothing, just jump.
Yeah, the life jacket, have you ever done like diving with the life jacket?
Hit you in the face.
It hits you in the face. Why does people not tell you this? Have you ever been
That
scuba
should-
diving?
No, I wish.
Okay.
That shit looks lit.
Now, I have this, now, don't do this at home, okay? But I did this scuba diving thing knowing I couldn't swim, okay? This is a very interesting story. So I found this Groupon thing. I think I was in California, Southern California, probably in San Diego or something. Right? I found this Groupon deal was with a bunch of people. Go to the place, right? And everybody's signing their, waivers and things like that. So, boom, signing the waivers. While I'm signing the waivers, the last group that had just gone scuba diving is coming in to return their gear and change, whatever, right? Now, I overhear one of them talking, and the guy says, hey, my tank wasn't working.
What?
And I'm like, I'm sorry, what now? Right? I was like, no, this can't be a thing. But anyways,
That's why it's on Groupon, man.
fair. And then I was like, okay, cool. So we get the instructor comes out. She's like, hey, introduces herself like, hey, I'm going to be your tour guide today, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. She's like, we're going to go here. We're going to get on this boat. Then we get, dumped in the water, and then we'll go as a team. And this is what you're going to see. And she was going through this whole thing. She's like, now, just for our purposes and stuff, we're going to gauge your level of swimming, right? She says this. And everybody around me is like, oh, we're experts. And I'm like, yeah, I can swim. I told her, yeah, I could swim a little, knowing I couldn't. And I'm like, yo, how hard could it be? I have the flaps, the whole gear, boom. I'm like, yo, I just have to glide.
The flaps don't help.
So,
Yeah.
No, they make you go fast. That's sport
Really?
mode.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
I
then
hate the
the
flaps.
friends I went with, right, the guy's like, yo, don't get the flaps. I was like, why? He's like, dude, you can't swim anyways, and the flaps aren't going to help you. They're going to slow you down. I'm like, I'll be fine. Okay? Get the flaps. Get on the boat. We get into the water. Instantly, I'm dying. Instantly, I'm hitting the bottom. And she pulls me up, and she's like, hey, I'm going to tow you. She ties a rope around me. We get up to the boat, right? the instructor. This is.
I'm gonna tow you.
Right, so I'm just gonna tow you. She says. She's like, yo, I'm gonna tie this rope around you. I'll glide. You just do this. She's like, kick and like try to like. I'm like, okay, cool. We went probably 5 minutes before she was like, dude, you're too heavy. No, I ruined. Now I definitely ruined this experience for a lot of people because I was obviously holding the whole group back. It was terrible. It was a terrible experience, but I had some fun actually. I got to see some fishes. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you actually got down a little bit.
Yeah. And I was propelling myself by grabbing other people's legs and just. I was just like I would grab somebody else's legs, right, that were in front of me.
Just random?
So I thought they were my friends, and then this one time it was not, and it was a very interesting experience to say the least.
You almost had to fight underwater, or what?
I could take them underwater.
Yeah.
I could take them.
You
You know what I mean? But like as soon as that like oxygen thing runs out, I am instantly dead. Like so.
So how did you like so?
Well, this is why I was on Groupon.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
So for the Olympics, are you wanting to watch flag football this year, in 2028?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get one or two like NFL level talent, could you imagine like a Jamar Chase?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I feel
Somebody
like
like that.
Succeed though.
Why?
He's still getting tackled, you know.
Yeah,
Bro,
but like the
he's
shiftiness,
easy.
the shiftiness is
I
just.
think Jefferson would be better.
Yeah, Jets would be crazy. A lot of these wide receivers. I mean,
Tyreek would be crazy.
yeah,
with speed. You
but
know?
Tyreek would be. Tyreek would be crazy in
Just give him
any
a penny.
situation. Yeah. Could you imagine? I was watching CFL.
Oh, in the motion?
Could you imagine Tyreek Hill in the CFL?
Oh my god.
If you give Tyreek Hill
downhill
5-yard head start, like it's over. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop this man. So like the defense would have to play so far back if you're guarding a Tyreek Hill. And then could you imagine if they just like motion him over? Oh my god, dude, he would
They wouldn't know
kill.
what to do.
Yeah, he would kill. I mean, he's killing in the NFL, but yeah, I wonder where who is gonna play in because I know they did give the NFL guys a go ahead, right? So
Yeah.
so they are
They
able to
did?
play. I think to some level you're able to play in flag football at the
you
Olympics.
just have to go through all the preliminary things?
Yeah. I think there is a process, but I think one person per team or something like that. There was a thing that came out from the NFL when this was announced. Yeah, I mean, if you can get a running back, an Ashton Genty, that would be pretty incredible. A Saquon Barkley, obviously.
You need shifty guys.
You need shifty guys,
because
though.
it's not about the tackle, right?
Yeah, like a Hunter Renfro,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Could you imagine a Hunter Renfro just loose hips? Yeah.
The route.
Loose hips, dude. He's got loose hips, dude. Like he's able to get in and out of those breaks at ease. So I feel like he'd be. But who's gonna play quarterback?
I think you gotta go Lamar.
No, there was this. Well, there was this one guy that said that he's better than Pat Mahomes at flag football.
And then they lost to Canada.
Hey, the Canadians might be good at the sport.
That's what I'm hoping.
The Canadians might be good at the sport. I mean, we have some NFL talent.
Like one, a couple.
Yeah, Chuba.
Yeah.
And the twins, Sydney and I'm forgetting his name.
Chase Claypool.
Yeah, Chase.
I mean, no, I don't know if he's in the NFL anymore, but because I don't think he resigned.
That'd be a
with
comeback,
anybody.
I believe he was saying in the news recently.
Oh, okay, fair. Javon Holland.
Oh
Yeah,
nice.
good. Yeah,
He's
very nice.
Yeah,
very
he's
good.
Nice. I forgot about him.
Yeah, so there's some.
And there's another one on the bill. The guy that just signed, Josh Palmer.
Yeah, I think yes, he is Canadian. So there's some, scattered around, but we'll probably get a little bit more talent as well. But flag football, I assume it's gonna be very different than the techniques and stuff. So, but that would be a fun watch.
Yeah,
that would be a fun watch.
If everybody competes.
Yeah, But you know what? I was thinking about this. Like, who do you think is gonna be that guy for basketball in the
2028?
Yeah, is it gonna be Ant-Man? I assume it's gonna be Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Because
Ant-Man,
he's gonna
Tatum.
Not on
Yeah.
Steve Kerr's coaching.
Well, he
No,
won't be.
no,
he can
they-
now.
they-
He can now, eh?
He can now.
Have they
Why?
already-
It's only one?
No, I think this is like he's done it for consecutive
Like
terms, I think, or something like that.
back-to-back
Yeah.
terms.
I can't. I
Wow.
remember there
Really?
has to be a limit.
USA basketball? Or is it
USA
just-
basketball, yeah.
Okay.
Do they have a replacement already? Or?
Ty Lue or Eric Spoelstra, obviously.
It's
so
probably
those two.
so.
Not bad.
I think it might be Ty, to be honest. Just because I think his relationship with Grant Hill might
Yeah.
work in his favor, right? So I assume but it's gonna be one of those. I think you can't go wrong
Yeah, it
with
doesn't
whoever you
matter.
pick,
Yeah.
anyways. Also, they've been with
With-
Steve Kerr for the entirety of the USA basketball, so could
yeah.
probably work out pretty good. But yeah, it's probably gonna be
Amman, Tatum.
Ant-Man and Tatum, maybe Derek White,
Tyrese.
maybe. Yeah,
Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Auburn.
I think
Yeah,
Cooper Flag would be
Brunson.
nominated.
Cooper Flag,
Flag,
fair.
Brunson.
Brunson.
Bronson. Yeah, but he might be a little bit older too. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
we are still 3 years away. Maybe not. Maybe he's still in his
Yeah.
prime. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be because this team that just went was kind of old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That was their last run.
It could
Yeah.
be Steve Kerr. There's no limit.
Oh, there is no limit.
There is
Oh,
no
okay.
limit.
I can't remember why Ty Lue thought he was gonna be the coach then. Maybe
Well, maybe
Steve
all the
Kerr's already-
backlash.
yeah. Maybe
I think
Steve.
Steve might have said he doesn't
Yeah,
want to.
because Coach K
Yeah.
did it for 8 years,
Yeah.
stepped down, and then came back for 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think it's just whenever the coach gives up the reign. Or
Yeah.
if you do horrible, you get fired.
Fair. You just get replaced and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But what other event in the Olympics I would go to though? That's an interesting
We
one.
got hockey now.
Which one? Field hockey?
No, ice hockey.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the Winter
Ice ho-
Olympics.
The Winter Olympics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When is the
Rowing would
Winter
be kinda
Olympics?
sick.
Where are
What?
the Winter Olympics?
Yeah, where are they and when are they? They're supposed to be
I
2
think
years
it's in
apart.
Italy.
Italy. I
6.
think it's in Italy.
It's in
Oh,
Italy.
Yeah.
I think it
is
is
it-
in
Oh,
Italy.
Is
Corona?
Canada just
Not
giving them the
Corona, it's
ice?
something
Like,
It's like Verona or something like that.
There's mountains in Italy.
Yeah.
there's mountains in Italy.
Yeah.
there is.
Okay.
Venues, there's two. One's in Milan.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh.
like, I was right.
What? What was that?
I don't know. I was happy. That was crazy. Italy, who would have thought? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Italy. That is an interesting.
There's two
one.
different venues in Milan.
Milano Cortina.
for ice hockey.
I believe so, yes. The ice hockey competitions.
Do you think the Russians are going to be allowed to pay by then?
By then,
I
if they fix
don't-
up.
Have
Could
they-
stop all the doping, maybe.
Fair, fair.
But
What,
who isn't doping though?
what do you mean? You think that the players are doping?
I mean, I don't think it's by choice.
Oh, you
I
think?
that
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
making the call?
yeah.
Big man upstairs. Hey, let's not embarrass our country this time.
Fair. He's like, let's go break Wayne Gretzky's record. Here you go. Boom, inject him. Right? Who else was playing? I can't remember who else is Russian. That's actually really good as well. And Gino. Gino's Russian, right?
Yeah, Malkin.
Yeah, but the Olympics are 2 years away, so
No,
this would be
they're next-
26.
It's 2026
Okay,
Olympics.
this would be
yeah.
26.
But it does say Russia is banned from the 2026 ice hockey.
Oh, okay, that would be.
Oh, Kucherov's Russian too.
They would have
Fair,
a really
yes.
good team. They have
Kucherov.
Vasilevsky,
Panarin.
Sorokin.
Yeah, so they have a.
Tarasenko.
Oh, these guys. Oh my God, this is a pretty good team that they would.
Kaprizov.
They have the best goaltending in Vasilevsky and Sorokin.
And
So
two-
they
top
are
five
banned.
goalies.
So they're not allowed to
Gorbachev.
play in the Winter Olympics. That sucks.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
does
bro,
really
there's
suck.
so
Let the
many-
athletes play, man.
Yeah, let them play.
They would
Not
compete
their
for gold,
fault.
honestly.
Yeah, don't bring
Yeah,
politics into
Ovechkin was
sports.
speaking against the
The ban.
beef.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
beef with Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, again, like let's not bring politics into the sports world. I think that's kind of unfair to a lot of the players that want to represent them as well. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, Summer Olympics, maybe the gymnastics thing would be cool. The ping pong would be really cool.
Oh, they go crazy.
Ping pong does go crazy.
They go crazy.
Ping pong does go crazy. Like
Golf would be nice actually to watch.
I don't know. I didn't even know golf was.
Yeah, it is. They do
Yeah.
the team and everything.
Oh, fair. I do
Yeah.
actually remember that from this past one.
Yeah.
But ping pong, I've gone a pretty good, paddle
We'll see about
game, right? Well,
that. I'll give you a little work.
pause.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's a
Maybe we
big pause.
resume because
Yeah.
boom, bang.
Well, we know,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are.
I'm like that.
But you're
Table
not
tennis?
coordinated.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a very tough.
Me not coordinated. Is he talking about me or are you coaching you over here?
Well, I grew up with the ping pong table.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
Definitely not
sport
me.
you wanted in pool, ping pong, darts.
Pool, can't play pool.
Yeah,
He
that's
definitely
what
cannot play pool.
I cannot play pool.
Yeah,
but
coach definitely cannot
That
play
is
pool.
coming soon.
What,
That
pool?
is- yeah.
Have
once
you been like practicing?
No, once I get this pool table in the basement here.
Yeah. Pool is a tough one. I don't even know if that's supposed to be a sport. Like, what is that?
That is.
You know
a
what I
true
mean?
sport.
It's a.
Have
but
you
it's-
ever watched the tutorials?
Yeah.
They're so cool.
Those
guys
are
go
cool,
off.
but yo, those guys are like.
They're on a different level.
Yeah, I mean now they just be doing shit for fun. I mean like, it's absurd like the shots that they're able to make. But like pool has always been one where I'm like, dude, I can't do this.
It's,
You know what I mean?
It's fun.
It
It's
is
like a
fun,
fun bar
yeah.
game when you
Yeah.
go to the bar, play some pool.
Play some pool. Yeah, ping pong is one I think that would be cool
What
to
about
attend.
archery?
Archery's another. That guy that
Yeah.
made the
That was the gun.
gun one,
Yeah.
that was the best.
What do you, I didn't see.
That
Oh,
was-
and he got banned.
And no, the
No, he
Turkish
didn't get
guy
banned.
that did
The one that didn't have all the other accessories and everything.
Accessories.
He's just like looking with his. He's like,
he just shoots it, and he got a medal. He got
Yeah, silver.
Silver.
No one even knows who the winner is.
that's
Everyone only knows.
yeah, what a go! I think he won the
Yeah,
Olympics.
he had his hand in his pocket. And
Yeah.
everything.
No, the breakdancer did.
Oh my
The
god! I
breakdancer.
Did she
forgot.
win?
No.
You know what's
No,
the
She
most
got it
absurd
banned. She
thing?
got the sport banned.
Yeah, the most absurd thing about that whole thing is that it shouldn't have been an Olympic sport in the
To
first
begin
place.
with, yeah.
I
But
think
there were
it's-
so many different stories that came out of that whole Australian one. Like her husband was the selector or something.
Yeah,
like
and
right,
they forced it.
like so that was a whole situation. But like, what do we even like? What do we? I thought being in the Olympics was this decorated thing, and this person is able to claim that she's been an Olympic athlete.
I mean,
That's what I mean.
She
That's
hit that
pretty
shit.
tough. That's aura.
She hit that
What?
shit for real.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
think
I
it's
mean.
returning either in 2028 either.
No, it got banned. Yeah.
Got banned,
Yeah.
It got banned.
Yeah,
That's how bad
Yeah,
it
they were
was.
like they
It was
made a mockery
banned.
of our federation.
yeah. I mean, it was pretty bad. I will be honest.
Now the other people weren't horrible.
Yeah, but it wasn't fun either. So it's like, what are we even, what are we even doing? But yeah, some of the, I don't know. What are the other good like, the archery
Fencing?
one would be cool too though.
Fencing would be cool.
Fencing.
Fencing.
Yes.
Have you done
Yeah, but
fencing
like
before?
watching
Yeah,
fencing,
class.
but like watching fencing, I
Bro,
couldn't
imagine
imagine.
Point.
I should look at
What is that?
That's what they do.
Yeah.
What is-
Once
for
you
fencing.
get the touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's a point. You've never seen a fencing match?
I don't know if you have either by
Yeah.
what that what
That's
just
what they do. They play a
demonstrates.
little sword play and then
Yeah, a little sort.
and
Gotta
then
get
bop.
applause.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No diddy.
Pause.
little sport thing. Yeah, this,
Yeah,
that it's just like the wand
it's like
waving.
a wand wave.
Yeah. Do they still have to have their hand behind their back?
I think so.
That's a cool. Yeah, that would be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I'm saying. It'd be like classy.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh.
like skateboarding.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. X Games mode.
Yeah, they have BMXing. I'm pretty sure coming too.
Oh, that would be a good
That'd
one
be
too.
sick.
That would be a good one. You know, they should do one where it's like parkour.
Whoa.
Whoa.
News coming out of the NFL: Von Miller signing with the Commanders.
Whoa!
What do we think?
Breaking news.
What do we think?
Wow.
So they're paying him before Scary Terry.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations to Von Miller, though.
Yeah, well, how long?
36.
Yeah, still getting
36.
paid.
Still recorded 6 sacks last year.
Didn't he
Yeah,
just
and
come
didn't
off an
play.
injury?
Yeah, didn't play that much either. Locker room guy. Again, the Washington commies.
The commies.
Commies is
The
crazy.
commies have to be. I mean, the commies have to be capitalizing this window with Jaden on his rookie contract, right? No, Bobby Wagner left as well. So, yeah, I mean, they have a pretty good defense as well. Man, but not paying Scary Terry.
I
though.
know.
Right?
Like, what are we
I
doing?
think Debo's enough. They haven't learned.
Have you seen him?
Completely forgot that Debo was somebody that
I mean,
they
the
traded
running back
for
that is a
early.
wide receiver.
Yeah, who's looking like a offensive line at this point.
Is he that bad?
Yeah, I mean, I will not disrespect Debo Samuels for everything that he's given, you know, the internet especially, because he was such an incredible watch.
Yes.
He's so good at what he does, man. And ultimate Swiss Army knife. Obviously, with in that system run by, I'm blanking on their offensive coordinator. He was the head coach in Arizona.
Oh,
Cliff, yeah, Cliff Kingsbury's offense, who I just want to say was supposed to be the offensive coordinator for the Vegas Raiders last year. Had the deal done. Obviously, he backed out because they were going to get Jaden Daniels. He goes to Washington. Works out brilliantly, obviously, for both parties. But, yeah, congrats. Congrats to Washington and all parties involved there.
What was the deal? Does it say?
No, it doesn't say the deal.
Now-
It's just saying that he's planning to sign.
Now, there's that other like stat where there's never been a repeat champion in the NFC East, in the last like 30 years or something. So
So this is the Commies' year.
yeah, potentially is the Commies' year,
This might be, hopefully.
or it's the Dallas Cowboys'
What
year.
are the odds?
You know, no, you don't believe in the Dallas Cowboys?
I've never, like my whole life, they're losers. How can I ever see them win? I can't even envision it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so are the Calgary Flames, but
Yeah,
that is another
yeah,
story.
Great point. Great point.
No, my
Great point
team's
to
been
have
to the
there.
finals in the last 20 years.
The Calgary Flames have been to the finals in the
Yeah.
last 20 years.
They
They
got
lost to
fucked.
Tampa.
They got
Yeah.
fucked too. They scored. They scored.
It was a bit of a controversy.
yeah,
you know?
they scored. There's
Yeah.
no video review back then. They scored a goal. They didn't.
There
count
wasn't
it.
video review 20 years ago.
2004, no. Puck crosses line, goal goes in, game keeps going. Goes
Is this
17
game 7?
innings. It was game 6, and that goal would have won them
The
game
game
6.
6, and then
Won
come
the
back.
series.
Okay, game 7.
They lose and then lose in 7.
Oh, they were up in
What?
the series?
Yeah, no, that game would have sealed it.
Won the.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
then
god.
They lose that game and then goes.
I
to
wonder
7.
if that's where the conspiracy of Gary Bettman not liking Canadian teams started. The only pushback I have to those people that say that is that you tell me the team that was supposed to win as a Canadian team in the last however many years. Because I don't think anybody has a realistic chance. I mean,
No,
the Oilers as
Edmonton-
closest.
Edmonton has been the favorite at the start of the season for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, but we got there, and we clearly
lost.
were not the better team,
Yeah,
right?
I think we had a
even
better
but even last year, if you were like, we were down 0-3, you know, so like the climb back was
It went
already
7.
yeah, but the climb back is already so hard, right?
That would have
But
been better than Braun.
Vancouver-
Imagine not scoring in game 7.
Vancouver 2011,
Couldn't be.
yeah, Vancouver 2011,
Yeah.
right?
They
They
had a
gave
chance
up
there.
in game
Oilers
7.
again in 06, 07.
Yeah.
8-seeded team.
Yeah,
Cinderella
Carolina,
story.
right?
Yep.
And their goalie got hurt, right?
Yeah,
That's- that
unfortunate.
was a TSN turning point.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That
turning
was a
point.
TSN
Yeah.
turning point for sure.
Unfortunate for us, but man, yeah, none of your teams have been winners for a long time. Obviously, still New Orleans
Lakers.
Saints fan.
Yeah.
Um,
Lakers won, what, 5 years ago? Is it now?
Yeah.
The
So
bubble
long
championship,
ago.
as we remember it.
The Mickey Mouse.
The Mickey Mouse
As some
Championship,
people
as
call
some
it.
people call it, a Disney, as somebody people call it. But the Saints, obviously,
Saints are just, I don't know what.
yeah, unfortunate with Derek Carr,
I mean,
obviously retiring.
I don't know.
getting
Everyone
hurt.
had them winning the Super Bowl at the start of last year after those, like, what, 2 games?
2-0, 40-point win against the
It's 'cause
Dallas
we
Cowboys.
dismantled the I told everybody, chill out, bro. It's the Cowboys. We were supposed to do that, you know?
Yeah, good offensive coordinator, great
Kamara
offense as
low-key
well.
wants out.
But yeah, but like kind of interesting to see
What happened?
what happens with that whole situation. Now you know, if you're gonna keep Cam Jordan and that defense intact
that's
with Demario Davis and stuff, so it's gonna be they're still gonna win you games just purely based on that.
But how many is the question?
Who's the quarterback gonna be?
I think it's going to be Spencer Rattler. bro.
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Wow. We got to watch him on Thursday Night Football. To the NFL, please do not put New Orleans on Thursday Night
Yeah.
Football
Why do they
ever
put-
again.
Why do they put bad games during prime time?
They don't
Is
think
it just the markets? Like,
Well, every team is supposed to get that.
One
They
game,
don't.
right?
Yeah, but they don't. But also, Thursday Night Football is Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
right? So like for the first 2 years of Amazon Prime, they're not gonna give you, Chiefs and Baltimore.
Yeah.
They're gonna give you, the Bears and Saints.
I mean, when did
Like-
Netflix get that?
Yeah, Christmas Day game. They
Christmas.
got
Okay,
they
yeah.
got all
And
of Christmas.
the
Yeah.
Thursday night games are usually always bad. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
they've always been bad. Yeah. They've
that's
always
always
just been
a
bad.
day.
Yeah. But I think this year's gonna be good. This year's gonna be very good.
Any
I can't
game,
wait.
50 days. 50 days.
We're 50 days from the end.
50 days.
Let's go.
Let's go. 50 fucking days.
Keep it going.
We can't wait for the NFL season start. Yeah, let's get out of here for today, man. Great show, everybody. We'll have some more for tomorrow. We'll get into a lot more different things. Wait for tomorrow to happen. Catch us everywhere you get your podcast, and obviously YouTube Live is our kind of bread and butter. We'll see you then. Take care. Have a good one.
Peace.